5, 4, 3, 2.
What up, and welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for patiently waiting, and thank you, everybody, who tuned in for the pre-show. I know the pre-show is usually kind of goes off the chain, and we usually lose a little bit of control. Xavier is not here today. He is, I think he's celebrating Pride at EDC, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't, let's all wish him a great time out there. He's doing his, what do you call it? His version of vacation, right? That's him. Yeah, that's him. He said that this is his equivalent to him going to Japan. I really couldn't buy that. I'm like, hey, I went to experience something new, but you're just gonna go do drugs with a bunch of sweaty white people.
Motherfucker thinks he's 20 again, huh? Tell him, yeah, dog.
I told him that this experience is gonna be the one that's gonna make him learn what age he is.
Yeah,
because you go through it as you make that transition into your 30s. You go through something in your life where you're just like, my back hurt a little bit way too much after last night.
It gets painful after a while.
Yeah, it gets painful. And co-hosting as well, helping me holding it down, is the one and only 3 Plates Tommy. What's going on, 3 Plates?
In the motherfucking house, everybody. What's up? Co-hosting today. Thank you, Ezon, for having me right here. We got a good show ahead of us, guys. We got the motherfucking smoke in the air. We got some shit to bring you. I'm saying, get ready.
How is it that Tommy sounds better than Xavier on the mic, dude?
Because he has his own show and he actually did it.
No, right now when you can hear yourself on these and when you sound like good, you be like, damn, I want to just keep talking. I'll be like, damn, I sound like motherfucking can't get enough.
Tommy, where are you coming from? I feel like you're coming from like the tow truck.
Dick, I just came from getting a motherfucking haircut. Fool, I was waiting for my bar. I was like, hey, dog, I got to be somewhere early. And he's like, I got you, don't trip. The old lady's like, hey, 15 minutes away. I'm like, fuck. I was like, fool, no talking. Haircut, let's go. Haircut, shower, get ready, bounce. And that's what I did.
Barbers take forever, bro. Honestly, that's what gives me it's one of the main reasons why I'm happy I don't have hair anymore.
No, fool, the barbers will be talking to you forever. You'll be right there. I bet you haircuts will only be like 20 minutes if the barber didn't sit there and be talking to you, telling you stories. But that's the whole experience of it. Be chilling right there, telling stories.
I don't want to hear anybody else's gossip, bro. Like, I don't want to know.
No, not gossip. You be just talking about some shit. Be like, damn, dog, fucking whatever the fuck you got going right there.
You got some therapy?
Yeah.
You got a nice fade. It's clean.
Yeah, Tommy, you look like a handsome version of the dinosaur from the dinosaur sitcom in the 90s.
The player version, the young version
of the dad, like, you know, the dinosaur dad when he was younger. Yeah, you're familiar with that show?
No,
it was with the animatronics and it was real life dinosaurs made by ABC and Disney.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, he looks like the dad. Yeah, like if you put a red flannel on him, he looks like the dad, like that ass.
I had a red flannel the other day.
That's not nice. You could have carved your number in the head or put some lines in your.
I was gonna do a little fucking.
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, but
I might. Should I bleach it?
Yeah,
I seen a gang of fools bleach their hair.
Yeah, bro, but those are guys without kids, bro. When you're
going to the dance carnival with your
when you're bleaching your,
I'm not gonna bleach my hair. I bleached my shit like in 9th grade.
When you bleach your hair and you got kids, bro, that's a call for.
I thought
it was a
fool from Sublime.
Intervention time.
No, when fools have mohawks. I'm like, dog.
What kind of mohawk? Yesterday I seen a wholesome dad at fucking the soccer game with his kid.
If you're not a fucking rockero fool and you have a mohawk, I'm like, why does this fool have a mohawk? Or when the fools have their kid with a mohawk, and I'm like, you're not even a rockero, dog. You're not even a punk rocker.
Are we talking about suicidal tendencies mohawk? Or what kind of mohawk?
Mohawk, fucking.
There's different kinds, bro. There's like
suicidal tendencies mohawk.
Okay, that's a real fucking punk rock mohawk.
Not just a little fucking Chuck Liddell fucking strip. Nah, dog, we're talking about motherfucking.
All the way.
Where's the fucking Elmer's glue right now? We're fucking putting this motherfucker up.
That other voice that you're hearing too is the one and only real estate mogul himself, Danny Brown, everybody.
Danny Brown, everybody in the motherfucking house.
Selling houses to the stars.
What's up? Trying.
I mean, you know, it's been a while. I think the last time we talked over here, there was a crypto boom and all this other stuff. So it's good to have you back, and thank you for bringing some tequila.
Yeah, nice gift from my friend Eva. She said she wanted to bring her tequila.
But he said, look, you see how casually? That's how rich people say it, dog. Like so casually, it's like my friend Eva. That's how when B-Roll talks about his friends, bro. Like he's like, yeah, it's my friend fucking Chuck D. Like I'm like, bro, like no, but it's
Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
Eva Longoria, her tequila line, Casa del Sol. So she wanted you guys to enjoy it.
Be out here.
Hey,
we're gonna have a little taste.
That's a good guess right there, man. Bring in some tequila.
I always come with gifts.
He always does.
I come with gifts.
Yep, and also joining
If
us.
anyone wants some, let me know.
I will take some gladly. And also joining us on the table is Sammy, aka Toppy. What's up, Sammy?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
It's funny how we all wake up once we're like done doing nails. Huh?
Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing.
I think like we all defrost.
Yeah, it's defrost for sure. It's like,
Yeah.
What up, you guys?
Yeah, man. But it's been such a long time since we had you in here, bro. And
yeah, we'll get into it.
I thought that like the house market was already turning into like a sour taste in everybody's mouth at the last time you were here, and that was like obviously we're kind of being locked down, not so much. We're you know it's being you know the hold is being lessened of a grip. So how has it changed so much for you, man? Like, are you selling more houses these days?
Well, no one's selling more houses. So the world did change. We were talking in a boom a couple of years ago or a year or two ago. It stopped quick. The interest rates went up faster at the end of the year and beginning of this year, faster than it's ever done in history. It went from 3% to over 6%. Boom, quickly.
That's why I started seeing white people move into the hood, huh? Because they couldn't afford their houses no more. Yeah, seriously, because I'm like, I have white neighbors now, bro. Like, and I'm over here, I was like, hey, bro, you know it's not cool to walk your dog at 12 a.m. in this neighborhood? Like, just to let you know, I'm like, that's an expensive dog. I see you, but...
It's not Brentwood?
Yeah, like, I'm like, this ain't Brentwood, homie. Like, I don't know what you're used to walking around, but there's still some questionable characters that somehow pay the rent in South Central, bro. Like...
Oh, man.
No, but even
I still
downtown.
feel weird walking my dog in Brentwood, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because you got people that are predators, like that treat it like they're the T-Rex dinosaur. They're like, we're just gonna go to Brentwood and find some smaller dinosaurs to eat. Like, no matter what in LA, it's just like it's a crazy market. Yeah, it's a food chain. But so how is it these days for you, man?
So, things are good. Thank God I'm healthy. But the market has changed a lot. Sales have slowed down a lot. But it's LA, and there is still a lot of money out here in LA. It may be the #1 most popular city in the world in terms of people with money wanting to own a second home here, even if they're not from LA. So that has
Second home meaning like what? They're gonna turn it into Airbnb until they finally want to move in here. Because I see that happening a lot with a lot of properties. Like there's not other properties that get bought up. Like, and I live in like on the outskirts of USC.
Yeah, it's hot over there.
And it's very hot right now. I've never seen so many houses go on sale.
Yeah,
the other day I saw a house that my friend was working on that was listed not too far from my house. About like they're thinking like it starts at $950,000. I'm like, yo, you could easily get like a mil for it because they built a pool in the back. And I was like, when have you heard of a pool in the South Central backyard, bro?
$1 million to be in South Central.
Yeah, but they don't see it as South Central. They look at it. They was like, "This is LA."
It's LA.
I was like, "Hey, bro, like this before it was."
Some fools don't give a fuck. They're just like, I'm just driving to my house from wherever I'm here for the fucking job site for a week. I'm gonna fucking this is at my house that I get to, and my GPS tells me how to get there. I don't care about anything else that goes on. They go into their house and they're chill. That's how a lot of fools are. They're like, I don't care where I buy my house. I fucking like. They're like, hey, you live right here. We're like, yeah.
I think that's some fools, but there's a lot of people that like I ain't gonna lie. Like me, like it's like when the opportunity comes to buy a house, bro. Like I want to give that a lot of thought, bro, because I'm like, I'm the type of person that's gonna be like, all right, I kind of narrowed it down to these top two, so I'm gonna go 1 week and night, like post up in that neighborhood at 9 o'clock, look at what's going on, see who's the sketchy characters, and then go to the other neighborhood this next week and be like, all right, dude, yeah.
And you're gonna be like, I ain't gonna buy a house right now.
Yeah, no. Well, because you gotta do that.
There's crazy motherfuckers everywhere you go.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn, unless you do that.
Okay,
you gotta walk the streets, you gotta hang out, see late at night, early in the morning, traffic patterns, if there's any weirdos lurking around. You absolutely have to do that. Talk to the neighbors.
What are the top things that a buyer looks at when they're looking at the high end real estate like you? Like, for example, like a Eva Longoria, like I imagine that she probably does she have kids? I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, so I would imagine like a person like that of status is probably like, how many people are on Megan's Law around here? How many, you know what I mean? No, because these are real things. I don't have kids, but this is something a parent probably considers if you care about your kids. You're like, how many registered what is it? Sex offenders are there around?
Scary.
I'd be like, what's a Citizens app looking like? What are their concerns?
So for sure, all that, and that's everybody, by the way. And by the way, speaking of Megan's, the Megan's Law, that's sex offenders catalog database. You put in any address, whether you're in South Central, Beverly Hills, Malibu, there is sex offenders everywhere. You'd be shocked.
Yeah,
it's probably a misnomer. Being in real estate, Look, it's scary.
You type in your address.
It's just everywhere.
see that shit?
Yeah, you put in an address.
I'll send you a
I'm
link.
gonna fucking
it'll freak you out. You won't want to leave
my
your house.
fucking
especially
creepy
if you have
neighbors
kids.
that are always walking around. I'm like, what? That fucking weirdo's always walking his dog. He wears shorts.
Yeah, he's walking his
Don't
dog,
worry,
Tommy.
my
He's
neighbor-
not fucking
no,
like
my neighbor-
looking at your
Dick,
window
nah.
with your daughter, bro. He's walking his dog.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
What do they say about you if you
Fool.
walk your dog?
Why is there
fucking
people
11
walking his dog?
Fool. And it'll
be like, Tommy
it'll be
looks like he
3 in the
chews
afternoon.
bricks.
This was wearing sweats with shorts on top.
That's it. That's a giveaway.
I'm like, hey, dog, something's
Megan's-
happening right fucking
Megan's
here.
lo-
Up there, something's happening.
So to answer your question, yes,
Here.
security concerns, crime concerns, privacy, meaning can anyone look in? Can you see houses around you looking in? That's a big thing. Is it gated?
Is gated community always going to be worth more than like a house? Because I feel like sometimes
Yes and no. I mean, there's very few in LA, in the city of LA. There's like a handful of gated communities. It's not a city that has gated communities. Out in the valley, you have a lot more. I mean, I guess that's still LA, but like Calabasas and such. But
you have that midget community in Long Beach with all the midgets.
all the midgets.
Yeah, like it's like a midget gated community.
Isn't that in
Midget
Melrose?
mansions?
Isn't that in
No,
Hollywood?
well, I mean,
What
it's
is
a
that?
regular people mansion, but like it's a majority of the people that live there. So it's
It's
like
dedicated to.
yeah, it's like a bunch of
I didn't know that.
it's like the little people that
see-
like
I
are
see
famous
that.
or something like that, or they have a status, or the little people of status, and they have this whole neighborhood in Long Beach that is kind of gated and it's all midgets.
Fool, I seen a spot like that in Hollywood. Like
How many
it-
midgets though?
No, it's like in all the little houses. The houses are little. It's like
No,
saying
it's,
it's
first of
it's
all,
right there in Hollywood.
I didn't say that these people have little houses. They live in regular
no,
houses.
dog. Well, this place has like a
Taking
little
it.
fucking place, and the houses are like little fucking.
I've always thought-
they're small, fool, and people live there in that community, and they're little people.
Yeah, but the idea of a small, I don't think that's a real thing, Tommy. The idea is
I'm
not
serious.
it's not
This is in
Whoville,
Hollywood.
bro.
This is Hollywood. Like
Yeah,
right
he's
off
talking about
Hollywood
the catty
Boulevard.
cones, fool.
You turn right there. There's like a little gated almost community.
Sure, it's not a fucking
And
Easter
the small
decoration,
houses.
bro. You're
Nah,
just-
it was real. It was like houses, apartments, and shit.
I think he's talking about those cats.
But I was gonna ask you, Danny, is it the same? Because it's like it's a way different whole pedo from fucking rich people houses than regular people houses like us. I'm saying,
But it's- what do you
like
call-
you're
what's the
selling,
proper
Eva,
term?
like
Luxury?
you're selling
Luxury
Eva
homes. The
you're
luxury
selling Eva
homes.
Longoria's house. Like are
Well, that's
motherfuckers that are
extreme,
are
right?
motherfuckers
That's
with money
extreme.
taking a hit is the same as motherfuckers that don't got no money, because fools that don't got no money are paying right now $900,000 for their house. Then
nuts.
and these are regular
That's cheap.
working class
I know.
fucking people. Motherfuckers, their
nuts.
wife works, they work. Motherfuckers make this much certain amount of money at a time. Is that the same market as like? Do
No.
you guys take the same
Very
hit
different.
as these fools being up there selling houses that are fucking $18 million and shit?
I'd say
Of course.
I'd say what you're saying, the normal person struggling to reach to get into a house, all the way that is real for most people, all the way up to maybe 5, 6, 7 million. Even though that sounds crazy, but if you're a talent agent making $2 million a year, you're stretching to buy a house that's 6 or 7 million in Brentwood,
Yeah.
and struggling financially, even though you're making tons of money. It's the same struggle if someone's making 50 grand and buying
that
$1 million.
fucking crazy? It's
But-
just a
but
whole
when you-
different
But
whole-
when you get above double digits, when you get to 10, 15, 20,
They don't care.
for the most part, those people are so wealthy. Everyone cares about their money, but it's not life or death. It's not, oh my God.
The last thing I worry about
you
is
can
a
afford a
house.
mistake.
They're buying, a lot of these people are buying it with cash. They're not even getting
They're
loans.
like, I
And
just want to buy it for my
they
son.
do put a
so he can
loan
have
on it
some.
because their accountant wants them to put a loan and have a little write-off. But
Do you still win off a situation like that? Because I always thought that when people that are selling houses or cars, it's like I got to get them financed for me to get a little something.
So you saying they get a discount?
Fools ain't financing.
No,
Fool, when you got
hold on.
Fetty like that,
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
they
Remember
got
we
a
talked about this
co-signer.
before.
Like, but
I just got a flashback. You asked me about
but I feel
cash
like
discount.
I mean, of
Same
course, I
shit.
would imagine you get a discount no matter what. Like, like if you go to the car dealership and you tell them, hey, the MSRP is 50, but I got 45 on me. You know what I mean?
gonna
And
take it.
they're gonna probably take it. So like when somebody comes up and offers cash, like does
I
that
told you
decrease
that's what I said.
the win for you?
Absolutely. Oh, for me personally?
Yeah, like
no,
you as the-
no,
as the-
because
as
you
the-
know we're getting a small piece. So on average, it's 2.5%. It's not a small piece,
Yeah.
but I mean compared to the house, if a house is $1 million, 2.5% is 25. If it's 10 million, it's 250. So it doesn't change. If something sells at 8 million versus 10 million, it's less money to me, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's not.
You're still
it's
winning.
Still making a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's not. You don't really get that big of a discount right now in real estate, even if you're cash. You may get a little bit of discount. It may give you better terms, and it may get you the house over 10 people making offers. If you're the one that has cash and everyone has a loan, it might not necessarily be that you're buying it at 9 million and they're paying 10. It might just be that the seller's picking you because they know there's no headaches. You're closing in 3 weeks and you don't need to get a bank involved.
Is convenience really the main factor that makes these houses so much worth it out here on this side? Then you can get a house in Texas for like way less. Like the convenience of weather, convenience of going to downtown and start a business in one day. Like, is that really what we're paying for?
Location.
Hold on, Tom. Let him answer. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, the cliche, location. That's what you're paying for. And being central in the city, close to amenities, close to studios and business and work centers and markets and school, you're paying for that. And in every city where it's expensive, you're paying for all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not even like the house is worth that much, bro. That's kind of sad. It's just like, hey, bro, this is location. The house could be a little shack on stakes, bro, but because
you're still paying for the
you're still paying.
You're paying for the location where you're at. But in Texas, when they show all those big ass houses and you're like, oh, this is where you get, that's in the middle of nowhere. Like that house is like the only house for fucking no other house.
Or it's a development.
People fucking drive over there. Yeah, you know, it's like this is one of the first big ass houses we're building right here, and you're like, oh shit. But and then my brother moved. They moved to Texas and they like built their house like. But it was like in a community where everyone did the same thing, kind of
built new houses.
Yeah, it was like I don't know what the fuck it is, but he built a house.
What part of Texas about?
Well, in Waxahachie. I don't know what that. It's in fucking right there by Dallas.
Some native land.
Right by Dallas and all this.
Near Dallas.
Well, they built these fucking. They live in these fucking places and they build these houses like it's like a whole community and everyone had like a little say in how their house was built and shit.
Like a homeowners association.
Yeah, and
they have a community center like with a pool.
No, they don't have none of that shit. It's just a crib, like, but it's all cool and it's out there in fucking in Texas. But it's a big ass crib, and out here you wouldn't be able to do that shit, you know? Brand new house.
But look at
they watch that shit getting built.
Look at what people have like stooped to here, like to try to really get a discount or get around the cost of living. Like this tripped me out when I started seeing the little houses. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that you could just buy at like Home Depot.
Oh, those like
those pop up.
Yeah.
Is that even like considered a piece of property, or is that just like, hey, I live in a shed? Like
I think that's you live in a shed.
A fancy shed, right?
Yeah, it's a fancy shed. But you can think about where you're going to put that, right? That works if you already have a house.
A regular
that's
house.
Going to be like, oh, I'm going to make a little like studio guest house and make it nice,
man cave.
or an office or a man cave. That works really well. It saves you a lot of money. You can make, but if that's your only, where are you going to put it? If that's all you have, if you're like, all right, I have this. You need to find land.
You think eventually that's going to turn into like these little trailer park areas where they're going to be like, hey, we got like about 10 of these pop-up homes.
Fucking RV area, motherfuckers.
Because that's essentially what I would imagine.
RVs at that bitch.
Somebody could buy a property in like the woods or something like that and be like, I got like 6 of them right here, and then
they could do
they
that.
own the acres, and then they just start taxing fools, dog.
They could do that, but find the land, build it out.
And is there a loophole around that? Because like it's not technically, you're not renting 6 properties, so technically you don't have to pay property tax or anything like that. Like, I mean, not property tax on each, but maybe just as the whole, like of the land.
You're not getting out of paying taxes if you own real
estate. No, for sure. But I'm saying like
in California, man, they're taxing your ass off. That's why people are moving to Texas and Florida
or Vegas,
Wyoming and Nevada, because the taxes are so high here.
You know, people in Nevada have it so fucking good, bro, that like even the fucking states, like their state told the IRS was like, nah, we don't want you looking at our books. Like I'm just like, bro, like, you know how fucking
we're cooking them. Yeah, like don't look at them.
They're just like, they're like, this is how much we made. Take it or leave it. You want to audit us? It's cool, but we're not gonna make it easy for you. Vegas has always ran on some other shit, bro.
They're on gangster shit.
They've always been on gangster time, bro.
Yeah,
like
that's how it was built.
That whole shit was built by the motherfucking unions, by the fucking mob union.
Have you been to that museum? I've been to that museum, though. That shit, I learned a lot, bro. Like,
awesome.
You learn a lot, bro.
The mobster museum?
Yeah, from like the beginning, these fools were like on some other shit, bro.
Like the fools from Casino, that was on some real shit, huh?
But that was like modern. Even before that, like fools were just like, all right, people are starting to come over here, build this building, and we're gonna have a casino, and it's cowboys, and it's like, hey, bro,
cowboy hat.
Yeah, like it's like
rich ass fools, oil.
Come up on your
there was Texas oil money out there.
And then it was, Bugsy Siegel and those guys came out and built the first big casino. And that was, way back when. And then that's when it really started.
Have you ever
in Vegas, we know it.
Have you ever been, or have you been dealing with customers that like are at that point where they want to leave and maybe buy some foreign land. Like that's always been something in my mind. Like I always like it's almost not that it's unrealistic to buy a house out here, but I'm just like, well, I was like a house in Japan is 40 grand.
Really?
Like they have
Not
it
in Tokyo.
maybe. Well, not in Tokyo,
Not in the
but
cities,
yeah.
but
You know,
outskirts.
near Yokohama, somewhere like that. Yeah, you know.
Wow, you can get a decent house.
Yeah, I mean, they need like I think some Japanese people ain't fucking, bro. They need people
going-
that want
are
to
we
fuck
going
and
to Japan?
populate their shit. It's really what it comes down to, bro.
Yeah.
Like
hey, that's
yeah.
right. Because in Italy they were doing that. In Portugal they were doing that.
Because they had too many old people or some shit like that.
The
Yeah.
population is dying out, and they had all these empty homes, and they were handing out money. I don't know if they're still doing it. They were doing that in was it the Italian countryside, Tuscany? I think they were doing it in Tuscany. They're like, here, we'll give you a chateau. It's old. You got to fix it. You have to come up with your money. But if you had a little money, you were able to come there, fix it up, and that was yours.
If you're somebody that you're retired with at least $100 grand,
Yeah, exactly.
and your house, like that's not counting the 40 grand that you're gonna get like a semi-modern house in Japan. You take that, you import your own Mexicans to fucking Japan, and fucking you built that house for under 20 grand, bro. Like straight up, bro. I would be like, you could fucking stay here in the casa.
Like,
fucking, we'll start her. Yeah,
Japan.
yeah. No, I'm serious, bro. I wouldn't even hire Japanese people. I would just be like, I would talk to like all the like illegal Mexicans, like
Get them on
Xavier.
a plane. I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
You get all those foods in Japan, dude.
Yeah, but you just fly them out there. It's probably going to be cheaper if
Just
you.
the travel costs.
Yeah, but they
go.
can't unless they have to go back to Mexico.
You got to find the
and do
ones that
all
have
the
somewhat
pedo.
papers like Xavier where they can travel. Xavier gets to
Can we
travel.
get a workaround
That
for
one
this?
can't leave the country.
Part-time visa. or
But there's
something?
some paisas that probably could, bro. If you got like dual citizenship, you can for sure get around. That's how Mexicans ended up in Canada. Them fools go out there and they fucking chill, bro. They say they're gonna go work. These fools are going out there spending that money,
Even
dog.
better.
Yeah.
Go to Mexico and get a whole
Nobody
bunch.
wants to go to Mexico right now.
Over there. I'm saying that.
Nobody
Or
but
go
Mexicans
anywhere.
that fucking live, they have
Call
family
10,
out there.
call fucking 30 motherfucking homies. Hey, you guys want to go to work?
Oh, like
motherfucking
international
Japan.
travel? Like you mean like
We're
going
gonna
from
build a
Mexico to
motherfucking
Japan?
house out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you would if you know like fucking Gomez and fucking company down there in Mexico, you just be like, look, man. My uncle up there in the States told me that you motherfuckers know how to run this shit. This is the project. I have a fucking blueprint. There's motherfuckers that know how to read blueprints down there.
Well,
and they'll be like, no, la hacemos aquí, le ponemos aquí tres. And then before you know it, bro, that $40,000 house you got out there is over $100 grand, bro.
Hey,
If not
Danny.
more, dude.
Do it 10 times. Boom.
Yeah.
20 times. Keep
They
replicating
ain't
it.
fucking
Scale.
around.
And it's crazy, bro, because
We're
like,
building a community in Japan.
because you can actually out there, bro, like
Mexican, Japanese community.
their
We ain't
regulations,
fucking
bro.
around.
Why not?
We'll have a taco stand out there.
They need it, bro.
Yeah.
They need it.
Bye.
I tried tacos out there. The motherfuckers made the meat teriyaki sweet. I was mad.
They had no
They're
idea.
like, no, no.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this sweet ass taco? What the fuck?
Well, but what were you
teriyaki
expecting,
taco.
Dick? In Japan, you would like, you would kind of have it in mind, like, this shit's gonna say something like soy sauce or some shit. I'm in Japan.
Did they have any
They're gonna
real
make a
Mexican
taco
food
taste
or not?
something.
Nah, not that I saw. I went to the back. Like I went to like the kitchen and I was like, "You guys have lemon?" And they looked at me.
Hey,
and was
what I
like,
wanna
"Lemon."
do- what I wanna
Like, I was
do
like, "Yeah,
is-
for my taco, bro. Like
had
it's
no
too
idea.
fucking sweet."
What is this guy talking
And the
about?
dude had to fucking go to the fridge and he had like 3 for the bar section. You know what I mean? Like, cause I guess they have a certain drink,
Yeah, for
but
drinks.
not for the intention of like. And he was like, "What are you gonna do with it?" I'm like, "Chop it in 4s and let me get 2 slices, and I'm gonna do this." And he was like stunned, like. You put
Asked
in,
them for
yeah.
some tomatoes and onions and just chopped it up.
That's a new shit.
That
That
way,
was
like,
gonna come up with some shit.
He was
like,
tripping
look,
like so shocked. Like,
tried
he was
this.
like, "What the fuck is
check
this,
out.
bro?"
Be like,
Fine.
what
Blows
lemon
mine.
on
What
motherfucker?
in the world?
Yeah, bro, it was fucking crazy, bro. I would like taking that
I
would
want to go to Japan and cook some shit.
that would be like the retirement plan. I ain't gonna lie,
That's
bro. Like
player
if shit
shit.
keeps going way too much, I'd be like, "Yo, let me get some foreign land," but like in a land that like has prosperity ahead of it. Like I can't buy land in Mexico.
Imagine
Somebody's
going
gonna
to-
fucking run up in my
Hey,
shit.
you can't buy land in Mexico in certain parts, like on the outskirts.
Yeah, they'll kill you,
In
bro.
Mexico, towards the beaches, you can't buy land right there.
It's tourist. right?
Yeah,
Tourist
you
area.
can't. Yeah, you can't buy land right there because people would just fucking buy that
Well,
whole shit up and build.
Well,
you know?
big corporations own a majority of that
to
land.
control that from people taking over and just building, buying a whole fucking chunk of land, and building everything, and just fucking making the money go up. They're like, chill. Everyone's gonna be the same. You can't fucking own land here. Just whatever, you could rent whatever you want, but you can't buy land here.
Corporations
But
do,
you
though.
could buy land in like in the middle of Mexico.
Inland.
You more inland, you could buy land and shit. And motherfuckers buy. There's land out there to be bought. You know. But hey, but at the
middle
same
of
time, you
Mexico.
buy land out there, motherfuckers come fuck with you. Unless you've been there forever, then be like, oh, who's this new motherfucker out here buying these fucking 800 acres? What's up, punk?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta fucking.
Yeah, that's exactly how real estate
That's what
agents
sucks
talk.
that you have
Sup,
to
punk?
deal with shit out there. It's like, you know what? Fuck that.
It's like
I'm just gonna
Yellowstone 200 years ago.
You could buy a fucking chunk of land, do the
All right.
same shit, but buy that much land and be in Utah.
Is there all right?
Know what I'm
so
saying?
so is there? I'm gonna ask you this, Danny. Is there a place? Because he's from Ridgecrest, right? Is there a place that people are sleeping on that like right now is a fucking shithole like Bakersfield? You know what I mean? But
There's a
like
lot
let's
of 'em.
but let's just yeah, but let's just
Ridgecrest.
but
You
let's
said it
just or like
yourself,
Ridgecrest, but
Ridgecrest.
let's
That
just say
motherfucker in
7
20
years from now
years.
we're gonna run out of space and they're gonna have to make that shit like downtown Riverside. Is there a place where you're like maybe this is gonna be?
Riverside.
It's already fixed though.
I mean, it's everything you've said. It's South Central. It's East LA. It just keeps going and going and going.
What's going on in like the East LA area? Is it the
Booming.
Dodger effect? They're just like, hey, fucking Mexican people, get out. We're buying this.
It's, yes, Chavez Ravine gentrification
Yeah.
cycle happening over and
So
over.
Dodger
Becomes
Stadium all
trendy.
over again.
Yeah.
We're getting like
You see motherfuckers.
But even worse.
Yeah, now you-
galleries, coffee shops, tattoo shop. I mean,
Yeah, I've
gone to
driven. I know.
Boyle
I know.
lately?
I know
It's
exactly
looks
that
like
block that you're
Venice.
talking about with
It's
the
like,
tattoo
are we
shop.
in Venice? Are we on the west side? It's
You'll see people walking and down, like back in the day, long time ago, like we would be in these fucking creepy ass fucking spots in downtown LA. It's all fucking, you should not be right there.
Yeah,
It's bumps
ghost
and all this
town.
shit. Now, you be right there at the same time, like say you're right there at 2 a.m, you were like, damn, what the fuck? There's some fool walking his dog right there all cool with fucking AirPods
Or they're
on,
still
fucking
clubbing.
just chilling.
Yeah.
Just walking their dog, but it's like, what the fuck? The buildings are like built now. They're fucking apartments or they're some
Condos,
shit.
yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? It's a trip that I'm like, fucking 10 years ago, this spot right here was like, do not fucking be right
That's
here.
what the Arts District is.
And now motherfuckers
Yeah.
are just
Exactly.
walking
The
through.
Arts
It's crazy.
District
Yeah,
is-
Art
was-
District.
I remember that when
all
we-
that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
when
7th Street.
when the Arts Districts opened up, when the Art District opened up, Ray and myself would always go there. And we looked at some apartments one time, remember? And in the beginning, it was like $1,900 a month, and we were like, "Damn, that's not bad. That's actually fucking doable. We could probably get a spot here, and it would be fucking chill, bro." I walked by those apartments like maybe 2 days ago, and I went to the pie hole like a couple days ago to get some fucking pie. Homie, that shit is like
went to the pie hole?
$4,600 and up, dude. I was like, every year they were gonna bend me over and be like, "You take it or leave it, bro."
Yeah.
And I was just gonna be like, "Well, fuck, dude."
You'd be paying
Yeah,
$4,600.
yeah.
Right there,
I would be like, "Listen, be real. Like, I need some overtime." Like,
It's funny because those areas
I
still
work day and night.
those downtown areas still are shady and some, homeless and drugs and all that. It's not as bad maybe as 10 years ago because they keep pushing.
how come the people are the one that get fucked out of it? I do feel for those people that like. I drive around like Culver City, and I'm like, Culver City is my dream place to live at.
Yeah, it's
like I love it. Like this
Culver
literally-
City?
Yeah, Culver City.
Right.
If I really had a place where I'm like, E-Zone, this is the house, everything lined up, I would not look back. I'd be like, yeah, I live near Dear John's. My gym is right there.
far from Mason
yeah,
Freeway.
yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is how I know, bro. That's my
Dear
favorite
John's.
restaurant of all time.
That's one of
Yeah.
mine. That's one
I
of mine, too.
fucking love that place,
What?
dude.
Funny, my
I want to
wife and
live
I
in that
go.
neighborhood
What
behind
place?
there, that all-American fucking looking neighborhood, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
That's a nice
what
neighborhood.
restaurant?
Dear John's. It was
Is
a
it bomb?
pop-up.
It was a dive-in piece of shit bar.
It was an old school dive, and then they over COVID? They put it. It was a part-time pop-up,
They gave it an Italian vibe.
and then it blew up and it became permanent. They're like, well, the pop-up's staying because
it was the vibe, and then like the way I ended up there is, of course, foodie that I
Food
am,
is
was the
good.
chicken parm. The
Yes!
the
The
chicken
Parmesan
parm is
is
award-winning
unbelievable.
chicken parm.
It's on the bone. Is it on the
Yeah,
bone?
it's on the bone, and then you cut. Yeah. Oh my god, that is fire.
Yeah,
You were a
motherfuckers.
foodie. I knew it. You're a foodie.
Well, yeah.
Hey, dog.
me-
Wait,
Ray-
the gym next door is your gym?
no, the gym. Okay,
You
no.
know how it shares a
Yeah,
property with
now the one with the tires. So,
Yeah, so it's like an auto shop gym?
there's one down the street next to Domino's,
Oh,
which
that's
is
funny.
Anytime Fitness. That's the one I go to.
So you go to from all the way here. You're going there.
Yeah, I go all the way over there because I like to feel
You're like,
comfortable.
I want to live in Culver
fuck
City.
is
This is gonna make it happen.
I soak that drive-in every day, and I'm telling myself, I was like, we're gonna live there one day.
Tell me not. This was driving all the way out there. Like this was said.
I drive
way
in-
out there. Right here is where that shit is. The bomb shit, right, Daddy?
Yeah, I
Like,
drove
damn,
out
this
here.
motherfucker driving out there for what? Hey, fool, the shit is here where you're at. The bomb chicken,
Hey, it's not where you're
eggplant,
from, it's where you're
parmesan,
at.
or chicken
Look, bro,
parmesan
like-
right here in downtown LA. That
Here's
shit's
the
fire.
thing. Here's the thing. By the way, am I the only one that's getting kind of hot?
It's hot.
Okay, cool. Then let me turn this.
If you put the air on, dog, that's
where the
just
hell
gonna
is
get
that shit at?
motherfucking cold in this
It's like a
bitch.
sauna in here.
Oh. No. Don't worry. It's about to be fucking.
Oh,
like,
you're about to freeze.
It's
us
about
out?
to be the set of Frozen.
It's about to be
into this
the North Pole.
bitch. Tommy, click the red button and point it at the shit. I'm too far.
Hit the button.
The red button to
North Pole frost.
There it is. Perfect.
There we go. This motherfucker got on 16 below.
16 bars at a time, dog. Yeah, that is. It's some crazy shit, bro. Like it's crazy that that's become an option for me. Like, cause I have to look at some real ghetto areas if I really want to think about like. Not even just starting a family, bro, because it's like, fuck, there's no stability in the fucking market, bro. For me to be like, my kids are gonna grow up here. Like, bro, it's like I'm gonna be here for 5 years, and if God forbids the fucking rent doesn't go up, then I don't have to move, because that's what happens to a lot of people.
No, but that's because you want to stay here, though. If you were to look around, like in the outskirts of fucking here, LA, you would find a decent fucking place to live that you'd be like, oh, like, there's my route.
What's that dumpster town, Whittier?
Whatever, you know,
like that.
There's places that are cool and they're close to where you need to be, and you're like, hey, it's not so expensive out here. You just gotta look around.
Is that dumpster?
Plates, man. This guy knows.
Is he right?
Yeah, he is right. He is right.
Come on, doggy.
He is right.
You know what? Let's clap it up for three plates for actually making some damn sense.
Hey, we're right here.
But that goes back to your point. You're like, hey, what are you paying for? You paying for the convenience of being in the middle of Brentwood or the middle of Beverly Hills? Yeah.
Yeah, like
where if you're willing to drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes somewhere, outskirts anywhere, the prices will drop.
That's why for a person like me, like dream place or key place with me, if I had a choice, if we're talking about things that I want, it's obviously like a place like Culver City. Realistically, though,
that's a nice, expensive place in the West Side.
Realistically, realistically though, like if I'm gonna have to look at I might have to consider something at the outskirts of Culver City because it's gonna be $150,000 cheaper, maybe, you know. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
$50,000 cheaper.
But you know what?
Yeah, if you're on the east side where all the Bloods, yeah.
But you're right. A couple in Culver City, for an example, you could be 3 blocks one way, and its house is $3 million, and that same house is 3 blocks, and it's half the price. Still a lot, but 1.5, or it's $1 million versus $2 million with a couple blocks.
It's very true. Because you know what, I do get it, Tommy. You know, you kind of don't look like the dinosaur no more. You remind me of that blue monster from Monsters Inc.
Sully?
Yeah. Like,
the only reason I know that shit, I watched it the other day, and I was watching that shit, and I was like, why did back in the day that fool look like more like Fool or like more bigger? And then now that I seen him, I was like, he kind of looks all kind of like sucked up.
Tommy, we were all on drugs before.
But I don't know if because I was watching Monsters University, and he's not the same size as Monsters Inc.
Because they're younger then.
Okay, then. All right, then.
Graduate.
Wait, is the second one where they go to college?
It was me tripping.
Yeah. That's when they go to college. Have you seen the whole
and I was like, hey, that fool looks
Ray joined all of a sudden. Ray woke up. Good morning, Ray. How you doing?
Hey, this fool Danny. Fool, look at the shot that Danny poured for me, dog.
You should see.
It's like right here.
I'm just giving you a taste. It's just a sipper.
I know.
This fool poured shots. The bottle's gone.
It's a sipper.
Bro, it's a sweet tequila.
I want a little bit.
It's okay. Give it to me. It's a sweet tequila. I like it.
It's a sipper. You can save it if you don't.
Are you a mezcal person?
I don't like the smoky taste. I love tequila.
I feel like that's like the Mexican whiskey, though.
I just don't like the smokiness of it. I love the old Reposado and Anejos, pure old school tequila. But I'm not into the mezcal. So I know a lot of people like it.
Are you the type of person when you go to vacation, you pay the mariachi?
The mariachi? Oh, God, no. I hate the mariachi. I love mariachi music, but
I don't like it. Right now,
Yeah, Tommy's like...
Tommy will be singing.
He's like
Tommy, the reggaeton mariachi remix.
Like when homies, people would be like, when growing up, they'd be like, dude, they'll be racist. They'll be like, I don't like Mexicans, dude, but I fucking love you, bro. I'm like, all right, motherfucker,
hey,
cool.
All right.
For real?
No, hey, all right.
You're like,
look,
what is
bro,
that
fools in
supposed to
Vegas
mean?
have told me that, bro. And I was like, it was my uncle's racist ass fucking neighbors, bro. I went into his garage, fool, and I was like, because these fools ride ATVs, right? And then I was like, he's like, yeah, he's like, come check out mine. So they're neighbors, and I'm like, I knew something was up when I seen that fucking flag, bro. Funny. And then he was telling me, he's like, you got a good family. He's like, you're not like the rest of them. And I was like, and I was dying, bro, because I'm just like, this is the equivalent of you say I'm racist, but you're all right.
Yeah. Like, cool. Look, that's a little different. That's like white racist. I grew up. I'm the Brooklyn Jew pedigree. So the Brooklyn Jews, like my grandparents, we grew up with Every race is Italians, is Irish, is Mexicans, Puerto Rican, it's Persian. You know, that's where
Jews get bullied in New York too, though, man. Like you guys are kind of like
Jewish. Is
So
a little
you
different,
grew up
man.
out there in New York?
No, my family is. I grew up here, born and raised. You know, but I'm saying my roots and everything. It's a different
Everyone's
mentality.
cool.
And I
Yeah,
grew up here
that's
my
what's
whole
always
life.
been around.
My
Everybody.
school had every ethnicity. I went to Uni High, LA Unified.
damn, LA.
I'm more Mexican than this guy.
Yeah. Hey, dog. Yo.
I don't know. Hold on. You gotta ask the question. Have you seen blood? Can you roll your R's? Oh! Yo.
Spanish.
All right. And the second one. Have you seen blood in, blood out?
He's like repetitive.
Damn, this shit tastes motherfucking like moonshine or some shit, huh?
Nah, hey, we got
Where would you
or
buy a
some
house
shit.
if you could buy anywhere? Really? You
If I could buy a house anywhere?
Tommy says bedrock.
But LA, if money was no
Glendora.
object.
In LA?
In LA, but money's no object. Literally, you can retire. You got $100 million in the bank. You can go pick a place. Where would it be?
You better not say fucking Downey, fool.
No, I would say like probably like over there by Palos Verdes.
Palos Verdes is nice.
That's
Over
elite,
there,
bro.
That area over there,
very
those
nice.
fucking spots.
Yeah,
Because
Palos Verdes
you could buy a
Estates, this
crib
guy's-
and then you could have land around you still.
views, too.
Because I don't want to have a next door neighbor.
I got it. You want
Because
space.
you know us, we're fucking having music, especially if there's money like that.
Yeah,
If a
like-
motherfucker has money to buy a crib out there,
You're killing
want
goats
space.
on the weekend and making birria.
hey, this weekend come to
You
the
don't want
house.
anyone saying, turn the
We're
music
fucking
down.
cooking. We have music going on in this bitch.
I like it.
That's
Invite
what's
me to that
happening.
party.
And
Okay, Palos Verdes
anywhere
Estates.
it would be somewhere out there, but where I could buy a house where I have land. Where
That's a-
I'm
that's
like,
a good
I
spot.
want to buy at least like 4 acres and then my house in the middle.
That's a lot
And
in the
that's
city.
chill.
You get that $25 million.
You
no
know
problem.
what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
You're worth 100.
Well, that's why
at
we
that
got.
point.
That's why we got
You're worth
you.
100.
That's why we got you.
You just dropped 25. You still got 75
So that's what I'm saying.
invested.
So we're out there and just buy a house where because it's like I always tell people like I like having a good time. I like partying.
Who does?
And I know if a motherfucker has money like that,
You want to
and
entertain, enjoy.
I'm bringing
like
people.
family,
Hey,
friends.
come to the house.
I like
We're
it.
fucking cooking. We got fucking. We're not cooking. Motherfuckers are cooking.
You got your
We're
chefs,
gonna fucking
cooks.
party. We have music. Motherfuckers
Yeah, I like
are
it.
out here. You know, we're chilling. We're doing all this
Are
good
you
shit.
having
Hey, as-
mariachis or no?
We're
He is the
motherfucking
mariachi.
You're gonna get up there and do it.
It's just the homies bringing because one of the homies has guitar.
Yeah, you
it's gonna
just-
be motherfucking Chito and that bitch, and his brother. Everyone,
just
we're
jam.
gonna just be jamming. You know what I'm saying? It's
Tommy,
it's,
you die of like
it's
high
some
blood
shit.
pressure, bro. Like
we'll
and
be, 'cause we'll be
cholesterol.
right there.
Carne asada every day.
No, everything vegan.
So how about you? Same question. You have $100 million in the bank. Money's no object, but you have to be in LA. You can't say Paris or Japan.
Nah, I would never say Paris.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you had to be in LA and money was no object, and you tell you're raising your family here.
like I mentioned before,
Culver City?
it'd probably be Culver City. If I had to be like somewhere in like the outskirts of it, it would be the furthest like Covina or Hacienda Heights. I'd be cool living around the Asians.
the Asians.
Yeah, like I'd be like this.
See, dog?
Yeah, no, because
He's going to he's going there for $100 million.
Yeah.
That's where he's going.
I would be right there. I'd be
Culver
like,
City. Where are you gonna put the money? You gonna bury the money? He's gonna
You
be like
motherfucker
Pablo.
be right there.
He's
You
got
be-
$90 million buried in the yard.
I
and he's
can't
living
leave my driveway because the
Culver
fucking
City.
stop sign right here.
When
like,
you're living in Culver
hell
City, are you
nah,
buying
dog.
like a block
None of
so
that
there's
shit.
no one around you?
they got
This
some
is what you're
suburbs
gonna
up there. Like they
When
got, they got.
when I'm leaving the
I know,
house,
but I mean, you know.
I mean, I'm just that's just like
the motherfucking helicopter, dog.
Like I don't know.
That's all you're gonna hear, fool. The motherfucking helicopter leaving my shit. I ain't gonna be driving down my shit. I got $100 million in the
Land
bank.
it. You got 5
I got
acres, you can
motherfucking
land
5
it.
acres in this bitch. A
It's
house
like,
in the middle.
the guy
That's
from
one of the
Succession.
houses.
You guys ever see that show?
I'll be like, oh, that's
Succession?
you know
He's
that
got-
fool Tommy? That's one of his houses right there. Be like, oh yeah, you're gonna hear the motherfucking airplane. No cars. I'll be like, I
No
don't even want a driveway, sir.
Traffic doesn't matter.
Build the wall. I don't want a driveway. I just want to be in the middle. I want a motherfucking.
Damn, Tommy,
X on
this is
my
what you
fucking
do at work. You
shit.
give this thought.
And it's a motherfucking helicopter. But all low.
What's that?
Altadina's nice.
Damn,
bro.
Ray in the back.
Altadena.
Ray's in the back. He's like, Altadena.
There's a lot of old ass Mexicans there, fool. Yeah,
He's like,
like that Altadena.
he's like, well, I want to go there.
You guys hear my question though? I didn't say like where would you go if you had $2 million or $3 million. I said if
Oh, I'd go to Hawaii, dude, at
If you
that
had
point.
$100 million, money is no object. You still would go to Altadena.
Hey, what about you, motherfucking Danny? Shit.
Where would I go?
$100 million bucks. No motherfucking shit. That's $100 million.
Shit.
That's $100 million. If you
Okay,
wanna
I would
spend
do.
that shit on a
I would
house.
either
Calabasas.
They were like,
I would know probably Malibu, but somewhere with land.
you're
like
fancy, Danny.
Point Doom, Malibu, which is near the
Love the
beach,
ocean, bro.
but has land like a ranch.
That's house number 2 for me too.
Oh, like-
or Brentwood Park, but you got to buy a couple lots.
That area is nice where they have like ranches by the beach.
Yes,
because
Point Dune.
those
And
are.
you get a key. I don't know if you guys know about this. If you surf, you would. But Point Dune there's no private beaches in California, but you can't access it unless you live there and have a key to open the gate to walk down the steps. There's the key to Point Dune, which has
you live in
the
Brentwood.
most incredible surfing waves in
got
Southern
the key.
California, better than Malibu.
I have the key,
and
dog.
you can't get down there. So
out here.
that's part of the reason.
That's
I
crazy.
do enjoy surfing, but it's beautiful and the waves are perfect and no one could get there, so it's not crowded. You go to Malibu, there's 300 people out. It's like a zoo.
Yeah.
Hard to catch a wave and everyone's running into everybody. So
I had to
that's where I'd
my
be.
freaking ID for
Malibu's
that
nice.
key.
Malibu.
All right.
But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, LA is nice.
You know, like there's like I don't think
Reality is I'd probably
I don't
move
think
out of LA
I've
if I
I don't
had
think
that
I've
kind of
had
money.
I don't think I've had enough experiences seeing what nice houses look like, bro. Because like I have this one joke where I was like, I didn't know what a nice house looked like till I went to a doctor's office and saw a
Gotta take them on
magazine.
a home tour.
Like,
We'll have an episode. We'll
them
take
to
you
home
guys
tours.
in the car. We'll drive you to, you know.
We'll do that.
We'll do
Hey, for the
a
We Don't Smoke the Same
podcast.
blog,
Hey,
we can do
we're
that.
gonna
yeah.
be
We'll
smoking
take
on
them to
Danny.
Studio
As
Cities.
long as we keep the windows down so I can
Hey,
drive.
we're okay. Hey, we gotta get a. Hey, we gotta get a driver.
Oh, perfect.
We're gonna get a fucking.
Then we're good.
We're gonna get a
Then you can keep
Sprinter.
the windows
Look
up.
at Tommy
Get a
making plans
Sprinter.
for something he's not gonna even show up
We're
at.
gonna be
Right,
we're gonna get
yeah.
a Sprinter. We're gonna be
gotta
taking
show
off.
up.
We're gonna go to a motherfucking house.
We're going to Malibu. We're
Feet
going to
kicked up.
Brentwood.
feet
Palisades,
kicked up,
wherever you want.
showing one of your houses. That way, if
Bel
one of
Air.
the rich motherfuckers that watches this, then be like, damn.
You know what
that house that
properties
they- we're gonna go right there.
I saw had
it's a wrap.
the craziest fucking beach views, and it's not even nowhere close. You know where Hertz Castle's at?
Oh, God, yeah.
Hertz
That
Castle.
shit is fucking crazy. That'll drive on there, but like, yo,
Fucking 8 hours
But
away,
that is
no?
one of the most expensive pieces of real estate in the world.
the castle itself, or
Yeah.
that strip of like, where,
Both. The castle itself and where it sits, it's like the most
right,
valuable
Tommy, turn it off. It got cold.
California coastal. Yeah, now we're
yeah, turn it off. I got cold.
snowing in here, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is stunning, though, because that's like an old historic estate.
Turn on, motherfucker.
one more
Turn off
time,
right
push
now.
it. One more.
I
You
don't
gotta
like
keep
it.
pushing it.
And then that little light that turns like that goes like that.
What are you
reminds me of
doing,
some
Tommy?
shit.
We got some nice
There it is.
artwork here.
There we go.
All right, there
Who are
it
these
is.
artists, Ray? Are these some
Oh, this is just like my.
I painted them all.
No, what is it? I've been just all these different artists that I've like met throughout my career that I've just
nice.
bought different things from different. Some of these guys they actually made something of themselves and they sell like hella expensive paintings, and some of them don't even paint no more. You know, they had like 2 kids and they're like, I can't do this. No.
That looks really familiar. The blue.
Yeah, that's well,
I know that.
that's
art.
it's a
Same
it's a
one,
painting of a rig. So I have both dab rigs, which is like pieces I smoke hash out of, and they're shaped like these voodoo dolls. And I used to have the biggest collection at one point
Oh,
when
you
that
got an
artist
actual
was.
real collection.
Yeah, so there's artists that really got into the whole aesthetics thing of it, and then they would even paint stuff out of it. So I kind of got known for having like a lot of them at one point, and then I ended up selling them all.
You sold them. You're an art collector.
Yeah, I mean I love art, bro. Like, you know what? Because I can never make things that pretty.
Yeah, I love art too.
Like, I can't make things that pretty. Are you getting high?
Probably
I
secondhand.
feel like he's getting that. He had that big.
Yeah, I'm
he
so
gave-
sensitive. I don't smoke
That's the
anymore.
motherfucking. That's that Eva Longoria kicking in.
It could
Dog.
be
That
this.
ain't
It
the
could be
motherfucking. Ain't the weed.
Casa del Sol.
That's the Casa del Sol, baby.
The Casa del Sol.
You know, we out here. We got the Casa del Sol. Know what I'm saying? Gold from the feet to the flow.
And like, there was like a bunch of rattlesnakes in that area.
Mandeville Canyon?
Yeah, what are rattles to that?
What?
What do you mean? What did it?
Like, did you get it sold? Or
Is that like that? Sounds like Stone Cold's property with all the
I
rattlesnakes.
can't, I'm honest. Oh yeah, I'm sure I've sold. I can't remember which one, but there.
Like,
There's,
let's take like an hour into like meet up with the guy.
oh yeah, with the dead snakes.
There you go.
Yeah. So no, that deal didn't happen. It was that. So there's parts of Malibu that none of us, well, at least most people, have never seen inland, and it's not that far inland. But you go in the canyons, and there's big pieces of land, still very expensive, but relative to how much land is in the beach of Malibu, it's cheap. But that's what this was. We were looking at dirt, lots to build houses on in the middle, off the grid. I had a client from Dallas, wealthy family that wanted to build a house with views And in Malibu, if you go in the canyons, you can get a lot of land, like ranch.
Hey,
very-
motherfuckers in Texas got
And there was,
money.
yeah, they did.
They're like,
And
"Oh,
there
go
was
ahead,
rattlesnakes
fucking
everywhere. So I
we
was
got
with Ray.
fucking-
Hold on,
We got
Tommy,
two-
let him finish.
280 acres out in fucking Austin.
So Ray was with me. We're doing some real estate fun video stuff, but I was telling him because I was supposed to go tour this land, and it was pouring rain, and the rattlesnakes came out, and they called me. The owner's like, "We can't show the property. There's rattlesnakes everywhere. You got to cancel."
Like how many? Like Anaconda movie type shit?
No, but I mean enough where there's rattlesnakes going around. They didn't want us just wandering around the lot going, "Look at these pretty views. This is gorgeous."
Yeah.
Take it, huh?
So Ray was with me, and he was like, "Are you serious? That's part of the job."
Has that been the worst thing you ever had to deal with on a property, or like has there ever been something where you're like, "Fuck, we gotta just like."
Rattlesnakes, snakes,
Yeah.
coyotes, deer. I mean, weird people is probably the most. I've had some stuff where the people,
Is there fools
Like, okay, well, like, what do you mean, like, weird? Like, where
Weird.
he's like, hey, man, he's
all
like, I'm a
type,
part
the whole spectrum of weird. Think about different types. It's all there.
Like, somebody's like, he's like, hey, I'm a Church of Satan devotee, so I need to have this space. And, you know what I mean? Because I would imagine that's some elite shit, bro. Like,
there's
there's
some
some
weird
people
stuff.
that fucking like that bald fool that was their church leader. What is it?
There's also fun stuff. I've walked in on some stuff.
Yeah, Antoine LaVey.
Walked in on some clients, girlfriends / wives, when they're like, "Oh, you can go. Just walk the doors open and go show up." Are you sure? And you walk in and
They're
you
naked?
get a pleasure. You get bikini, naked. I've seen that a couple. That's
And
that's
that-
the highlights of the career.
And what are you just like? You're there.
Excuse me.
You're there to talk about the house. I want to talk to you about your
Yeah,
house.
How many
Loves
square
it.
feet? What do you got? You got marble in the bathroom. But yeah, I've had that a few times where the husband or boyfriend is like, yeah, I want you to show up now because it's open. Here's the code. Go in. There's no one home. And you're go check it out and call me. And you're like, oh my.
That's like a different level of elite. I feel like foods that are like on super elite shit. It's like, well, I paid for those tits, so fucking walk in there. I get to,
Yeah, go
let the
enjoy
fucking
yourself.
world see them. Like, yeah, no, I feel like that's like some very rich ass food shit or like celebrity shit, like some Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, Tommy Lee shit. Like where he's like, bro, like imagine the food that story was based out of. The food they got the sex tape. He probably must have just been hearing and seeing them fucking the whole time. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, there's a lot of
that
shit
was
they
the-
probably left out.
Yeah.
Like, they was probably trying to do some shit in the construction, and these fools are all like, well, I bet you we can fuck in front of them. And then they're just trying to do all this crazy shit because, like, their people are into some crazy shit. You know what stores like Hustler and places like that exist for? It's not for regular people. It's only a few of us that want to fucking be like, get into the rest of the other fucking pleasures. It's for fucking rich motherfuckers bro, that have, like, fucking stuffed every fucking hole already. And they're like, hey.
They got nothing left.
Yeah, they got
need to
nothing
find
left,
Something
bro.
to
Yeah.
get excited about. There's nothing.
Yeah.
They've indulged.
Cause I ain't never met a motherfucker in the hood that fucking says, I fucking love feet. You know what I mean? Like, for real, I ain't never met nobody in the hood.
You're right.
Yeah, like, I never met nobody that's
They're
like,
from
weirdos,
Rancho
huh?
or
Yeah.
like fucking, like
or think about the other fetishes, like a motherfucker who's like with the zipper in there. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's never that in the hood,
Like, there ain't
bro.
nobody that does that shit right there in the hood.
Fools are talking about
chain,
eating
the
ass in the
chain.
hood, but that's it, bro. Like the moment there's anything else going on with the ass, fools are like, nah, we're cutting it off.
Nah, we don't even eat ass in the hood, dog.
Yeah,
Fools be eating ass in
Yeah.
a motherfucker
He
in the
woke
hood.
up.
What
I
are you
forgot
talking
you were
about?
here.
This
Welcome to the
motherfucker's
party.
crazy. Fools are wake up in the morning trying to look for some ass to eat.
Yeah, nah.
This was said nobody be eating.
I'm
ass
looking
in
for
the-
a
in the
bag,
hood.
not ass.
Fool, motherfuckers are out there licking booty in any chance they motherfucking get.
Yeah, but I got something
Yeah,
to say to the
Especially
podcast.
in the hood. Motherfuckers
It's
be
gonna be
saying
like-
rabbits.
Yeah, it's gonna be like my last couple podcasts. I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm off to Portland in like 2 or 3 months.
Portland, Oregon.
You're gonna leave for real?
Yeah, I'm leaving for real.
Damn. Hey, well, fucking congrats on getting a house over there or living the situation.
Hey, yeah, congrats
You know
on
you're
motherfucking
welcome to be
Portland,
here
Oregon.
anytime. So whenever you're
That's
back
a-
in
Hey,
That's a
when we
foodie
drive,
town.
I'm gonna drive through
Portland.
Portland,
Hold on,
Oregon. I'm gonna drive by.
Silence. Hold on. No, that's one at a time. What was that?
Portland is a foodie town.
Foodie
great
town?
food, great wine, really good.
Well, Sammy,
everything.
you eat now, so it'd be great for you.
Nice, Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna live in the
500
nice
food.
area too. I'm not gonna live like without.
Seafood?
Not with the
Great
bums.
everything.
Yeah, nah.
No. Is Portland by a beach?
Parts
They
of
got
it.
like
I mean,
lakes
it's-
and shit and
Do
rivers.
they got fishing and all that
Yeah,
shit?
they got
though?
That's
fishing.
why it's coast.
Can you get motherfucking king crab leg right there?
Nah.
You can get king crab lip anywhere.
You can get king
Hell
crab.
no.
If you can
Right
get it
now.
in Vegas
Right
in the middle
now,
of a
right
fucking
now.
desert,
You can get in the desert,
you can
bro.
get
Right
it
now,
anywhere,
right
bro.
now, where can you go?
You just gotta pay whatever it's worth,
Where the
bro.
fuck can you go right now and get some motherfucking king crab leg?
An Asian spot in Koreatown?
Joe's
They
Crab
don't
in
have them.
Florida.
They're like, oh, they just
Those
have those
crabs,
snow crabs. Ain't nobody want
Any spot where there's a lot of Asians and they have the picture in the front, you'll fucking find crab legs, bro. These
We'll go to
fools eat a lot
Star
of crabs.
Crab,
Oh,
dog.
there's good crab at those Chinese
Yeah,
restaurants.
fuck yeah, and they got those tools that like they ban in America. So like they fucking like you're like, hey, bro, this shit takes out the whole fucking.
Yeah, you're
leg,
not supposed to do it that way, and they do it, and they probably bring in crab you're not even supposed to have.
So are you happy? They got no sales tax in Oregon.
Yeah, no, I'm real happy out there, bro. I'm gonna be making money, bro.
You already went out there?
No, I'm supposed to be going out there like next week or this week to go check out everything.
Go check it out, fool. Because what if you don't like that shit?
Well, I mean, he's going because he has a good job.
I'm going. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I have
okay.
a
Oh,
job
you're
offer
good then.
out
You're
there. I'm
good then.
going.
You're good
Yeah.
then.
It's
If
like,
it's for work,
like
then
here's
let's go.
here's the thing, bro. Like I've spent, obviously we all come from, from immigrant parents in some way or some sort. And the one thing that it has been the hardest pill to swallow after fucking like really getting to know my parents and some of my peers' parents, and I was like, how come we didn't make that decision to get a house or to do anything like that, bro? And the difference, what makes our generation different than them, is that we're not scared to take those risks that they were, bro. If our parents would have just had somebody in their ear, let them know how easy and how cheap it was to buy a house at that moment, our life situations would be a lot different if that was the case. But our parents, being immigrants, they fucking lived in fear for a long time, bro. And it took me a long time because some people grow bitterness being an immigrant kid, and you're like, man, my parents, why'd you even come here? We could have just been better. But it's like, hey, bro, like, you can't be that hard on your parents, bro. Like, they didn't know. Like, we have resources that they don't. Just how some of these kids that are out there coming in the world have other resources that I didn't or we didn't. And we're like, look at these bitch ass fools. I have better opportunities to network and shit. Yeah. It is what it is, player, but you know what I mean? It's like you don't have to fucking continue that shit or hold that resentment. I know that was the hardest pill for me to swallow, bro, because you're like, fuck, bro, like, you think that your parents didn't think about it, bro? It's scary being new somewhere and you're like, I don't even speak the fucking language, bro.
No,
what the fuck am I gonna do here?
What's crazy, this is the only motherfucker that told me, like, that kept up with his word with the shit he's gonna do. This motherfucker told me, hey, give me 2 years of your life, I'm gonna fucking change your life. It's only been 4 months and my life's already changed.
You gotta take those risks, Sammy.
Yeah, and like, I can only imagine what happens, in like the next, like year and a half to like fucking like 2 years.
That's why, like, you can't, comfortable is probably a worse drug than like anything else.
Oh no, I'm never gonna get comfortable.
No, but I'm saying like comfortability is like one of the worst drugs that you can have. Like, and we all fucking fall victim to it, bro. That's the reason, like, where we kind of like stop striving for more once you like get that certain form of happiness.
Yeah.
But it's like if you always keep striving for more, bro, it's like that comfort shit is like the one thing you don't want to have around you.
Yeah, people
bro.
gotta like understand, like the word no days off, like.
No, I think everybody got to take a break. I think
no, you gotta take a break, but they gotta understand, like that.
Hey, Ralph, open the door. Food is smoky. I feel bad for Daddy's eyes are burning, bro.
I'm on like Mars right now.
We're getting
What was the
high
last
than
time
a
you got
motherfucker.
high though? Like, are you?
I mean,
Like
someone.
college and shit?
No. I mean, a couple times a year, someone will.
He's like someone like you. He's
someone like you guys. No, or a gummy, or once in a.
See,
a couple times a year.
Hey, Danny, when I buy a
I'm not
house,
a smoker.
we're gonna fucking blaze it.
All right, I promise you I will.
Okay.
Hey, do you have any leads in Portland?
Leads?
Yeah, like for houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for
All right,
fucking
we're gonna talk after
mansions,
this.
We'll talk after
Yeah.
this. We'll get you set up in a crib.
Yeah.
Downtown Portland, a nice loft.
This is how you said money's not an issue here with the housing. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
What's the hardest thing? Like what the most expensive real estate right now is Hawaii, right? That's
Pretty expensive.
It's real expensive.
You got
out
people-
there.
LA too. It's LA. It's Hawaii.
Can you move around everywhere? Like are you like like the Men in Black where you're like, I can sell a house any state?
So yes and no. You have to have a license in other states, but I have partnerships with people that have licenses everywhere in every market. So if you said, hey, yeah, I want to buy a place in Maui, I have someone in Maui. If you said, hey, I want to be in Miami, I have someone in Miami. I have someone in New York. Any market that you want to be in,
you got links.
I got relationships with.
The leads are weak.
And I so I would go out there. I have clients that do that all the time. I fly out there
Goodbye.
with them and show them their properties and connect with the local partner, and they they do the dirty work, and I get in and out and get back on the plane and get home.
Have you? All right. Well, you know what? Before we get into the next one, everybody who's on Twitch, make your way to Patreon because that's all you get on Twitch. And thank you everybody who joined us on Patreon. We got the more videos from Vegas that are going to be uploaded as well. We've been giving you more different stuff. Thank you. Everybody hit me up on Patreon to claim your subscription t-shirt for your monthly tier. So thank you everybody who has been subscribing. You know, we've been blocked on YouTube and been getting all this bullshit happen to us. So what is it? Welcome everybody onto Patreon. Just all you got to do is it's $5 if you haven't subscribed already. I don't know what to tell you, but we're good already? All right, cool. Now I saved this for this. Have you ever had anything outrageous happen in any of your houses? Like, where, like, you know, some people are like, this house is haunted.
I've heard stuff like that.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, so, like, but you being the real estate agent or the person that's selling, like, you have the keys to the house, and you're like, you never walked in, and you're like...
Walked in, like...
Well, I would be scared. I mean, and you know, like...
Haunted house.
Have you?
I've had similar stuff where people have said there's...
Is it true where you have to tell somebody if the motherfucker got killed or some shit?
It's those disclosure laws.
Oh, you have to tell them?
Yeah, you do have to
They
disclose.
were like, hey,
if someone's died in the last...
right
They
here.
say in the last 3 years you have to disclose.
Okay.
But you also have to disclose any material facts. So if someone was shot 4 years ago, it's still a material fact that someone was shot in this bedroom. So yeah, you should.
Oh, or what if somebody's like, hey, dog, there's ghosts at this beach. And that fools before that said there's ghosts at this
what was that
motherfucker.
show?
The reason I asked that is because I've interviewed George Lopez on the Green Thumb Show, and he talked about that, like, he bought like a Spanish villa type of house.
Yeah.
And he said that, like, the real estate agent told him, is like, hey, there's people that claim that, you know, you should keep this door closed because every time this door is open, shit fucking happens, and that's what they claim. I never seen it, but
they say it.
You know, I have to tell you this before.
You have to disclose.
He still bought the house, and he said that when that door was open and he tried to fuck with it, he said shit, like he would see shit come out of that closet type shit. And I'm like, this is George Lopez. I don't think he's like fucking making this up.
He wouldn't make that up.
He said that it took for him to hit one of these shaman ladies up and to come into the house. And literally, she did the whole ritual and everything, and told them, like, I spoke to the spirit that's in here, and it's like, you don't want shit to happen, keep that door closed at night. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Keep it closed. Fucking don't. It won't fuck with you.
You don't mess with us. Yeah, we don't mess with you.
Close that motherfucking door. Put a lock on it. Bye.
Yeah, you have to.
Nobody go up there.
Like as an agent, you have to say if that's what people say.
Have you had any experience?
Not really.
Where you're
I've heard more stuff than that. I've been in old creepy houses that have similar stories. Old Hancock Park houses. I've heard, but not to that extreme. Where people are actually talking about spirits and ghosts. But
do you have any ghost stories that you fucking experienced?
Your life in general?
No, anything like that? Never?
I'm not a ghost guy.
No?
Like ghosts under the bed.
What's the Jewish Ouija board? The
Torah?
No, it's like the black magic they practice, the Kabbalah.
Oh, the Kabbalah.
Yeah,
the mystics. Yeah, the mystics.
Yeah,
that's black magic for Jewish people?
No, it's like the Santeria for them.
That's the Madonna shit, no?
Is that what it is? It's like the Santeria for y'all?
I mean, in a way it is. It's called mystical Judaism, the Kabbalah. You know, it's all about spirits and
hey, without, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're Jewish, you guys practice that shit?
Not everybody.
Is it like, you know how Mexicans they practice that shit like on Christmas and they get all churched out or whatever? Is that like Jewish
Orthodox,
people? But like during the fucking
let me rephrase that. I don't think Tommy knows how to ask it.
But during the holidays, do you practice like the
high holidays? I'm not Orthodox. So in Judaism, there's like you're atheist, you're nothing. There's someone who's cultural Jewish. Then there's like levels. There's like the Reform is the lowest. Conservative, which my wife is, so I wouldn't say I am, but that's middle. Orthodox means you are the guys in the black suits,
with the little
hardcore.
Shit.
Yeah, so I was raised sort of Reform. I had a bar mitzvah when you're 13. When you become a man, you have a bar mitzvah. It's a 2,000-year-old tradition. My dad and grandfather did it. But after my bar mitzvah, you know, there's the high holidays for Jews: Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. So we go to temple those days, a couple days a year. If you're Orthodox, you're going to temple every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
You see them walking.
So you guys only sometimes, like,
it depends on. Hey, Tommy,
Easter,
Tommy,
for me personally, yeah.
Tommy, I think I know what you think. Like, you know how like we have certain traditions when like Latinos would be like, oh, we're all predominantly Catholic, so there's certain things that we do for Christmas time that might seem mystic to certain. It doesn't. It doesn't work that same way in Judaism. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because I see some fools that are just, you don't see them all. You know what I'm saying, like crazy, like
that's Orthodox though, with the little curly hair and shit.
And you know, and then you see the. But I work with a whole bunch of Jewish, like a Jewish company, and then like they would certain times of the year they wouldn't work. Certain times of the month, like on a certain, I think it was like Thursday through Sunday or Friday to Sunday.
Friday night.
They wouldn't work
Shabbat,
and they would cut the whole.
You don't work. You don't want no lights, no cars. You walk. That's why the Orthodox are walking.
That.
They get together and eat Lunchables, dude.
And then they had in the whole warehouse, they had a man that would walk around. There was what do they call him? He's like a rabbi would walk in the business. Priest. He was right there. You would see him walking around and be like, hey, what's up? Like, cool.
Yeah, so
he was like a priest walking around pretty much.
Well, that's what it is. A rabbi is a priest.
Yeah, so
just call it different names.
That's what I'm saying. And then these guys were like that. So you're just.
I'm not that religious.
But sometimes
I'm culturally Jewish.
You fuck around.
Well, he's telling you he's not, bro.
Like, we go to high holidays. A couple days a year we go to temple. That's what most of the people are. Most Jews that I know and most Jews that you know.
Tommy, if you want to ask these questions, we got to have one of the fools with the little hats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You fuck around,
like when you have one,
fuck around with the yarmulke.
When I go to temple twice a year, yeah.
Like when fools they wear that hat.
Anytime you go to temple, you put it on. But if you're Orthodox, you're wearing it. I'm wearing it now. If I was
like, if fools are wearing that hat 24/7, that's the fool you want to ask all that kind of questions.
I know it. I just am not.
Did you have a bar mitzvah?
Cool, I did have a bar mitzvah.
How baller was that shit, dude?
So good.
Oh, man, I bet you had the best bar mitzvah, dude.
That's food and shit, bomb-ass food.
That's just the quinceañera for Jewish foods, dog.
No.
Yes, dog. And it's like...
They will be throwing out money,
and like, foods like... They don't leave the men out of it, bro. That's the cool part, because you know how, like in Latinos, you don't have a party for, like, the male.
Can we go to a bar mitzvah or not?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
If your son has a bar mitzvah, we'd be like, hey, fool, come.
Anyone could go.
Hey, roll up, fool.
If you get invited to a bar mitzvah, you're in for a treat. Dog.
We could pull up.
It's like
they're fun as fuck, bro.
Okay.
Like for I only been to one, dog.
To one and eat whatever that I'm saying.
Yes, I've been to one, dog, and it was in college when like one of the homies, my roommate's little brothers, I was having one, and he was like, yo, he's like, come through, we're gonna be drinking, and I was like, is this at your mom's house down the spot in Balboa? And he's like, nah. We're doing it at my uncle's house. And then I was like, oh, I found out how Jewish he really was that day. and yeah, bro, and I rolled up to the property, fucking petting zoo. They picked that fool up in the fucking chair. The chair was nice.
Hey,
dog, bro, like the food was expensive. I was like, yo, I could just have as much steak as I want. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
hey, I want to go to one. I want to go to a bar mitzvah.
We gotta find a Jewish homie that hasn't had one yet.
They put me up in the motherfucking air with like all the fools.
You don't get to be up in the air. They get to be.
That's me. They can do that or nah.
Yeah, they get to be up in there. It's like them. Dude. You got to be Jewish.
When it's your bar mitzvah, that's you go in the chair. Maybe the parents will go in the chair too.
But quinceañera, like that's like the right version of it because they get like first of all like all these fools come through and they give you bread, dog. Like they're like, hey, happy Jewish 15. Here's like money. I hope you make good choices. You know what I mean? Like yeah. And I don't know if you have to wait till you're 18 to get that money or
well, like when you're Mexican though, like they give you an application.
Oh yeah,
you get an ass beating, bro. When
you get an ass beating, an application, and like a kicked out.
The bar mitzvah is you're 13, not 15, and you get envelopes of checks, but your parents hold it for you. And then what is a very common thing is that when you're 16, they may give you something to help buy a car. When you go to college, it may be college money.
But pretty much, if you're having a bar mitzvah, you got money.
Tommy, let them finish.
Motherfuckers ain't out here doing bar mitzvahs.
Or you're just Jewish. But
you can have a plain bar mitzvah. You could be poor, and have a very
go on, Danny.
And you could be rich. So the bottom line is, depending on how wealthy your crowd is how much money you're going to get and what that money can be used for. But most kids aren't getting the money when they're 13, and their parents say, "Here you go. Here's couple G's for you." They're not doing that.
Because I heard a radio show where they were talking about where I think it was Rude Jude on Shade 4-5. He was talking about he's like, what's up? Any motherfuckers been on bar mitzvahs? How much did you make? And there was and there was fools that called up, and there was fools that were like, I didn't have anything too fancy. I made like about $5,600. My family wasn't that plugged in type shit.
Yeah.
And then there was like a girl that called up and she was like, I made $14,000. I was like, yo, that's a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Brand new. Like,
and the Honda Civic.
yeah, like, yeah, and the Honda Civic, but you know that was a Beamer and up, bro. I was like, in her bitch, but like, you ain't getting no just basic.
Are you getting checks at a quinceañera?
I've seen checks. I've seen checks like because
they got a motherfucking dance where fools you put money onto the girl with money.
I did
with
too
the
many
little safety pin and shit.
I did too many quinceañeras, bro. Like
I was that at weddings.
I did an equivalent of 12 quinceañeras during my fucking my time as a young man. But between the ages of like 8th grade and high school, like 12th grade, I just like knew they would just ask me all the time. And you know, I look good in the suit. I had hair. You know, I was looking good. So like, I was the main guy, and I was all of them. And I remember seeing my fair share of like what they would get. And yeah, dude, like I remember one time, like there was this one girl. Her name was Janet. But like, I was like, hey, how come like you don't ever bring up your grandma that much? And I was just like, her grandma was loaded. I found out, right? But I guess like grandma don't really fuck with her dad marrying that current wife or whatever it was.
Family issues.
So she's like, man, fuck this bitch. I don't gotta fucking even come around. So she was like, I'm gonna fucking just show out on all your dad's fucking wife's family. She gave her like fucking 5 G's, bro. Like in a check. Nice. And I was just like, what the fuck, Janet? Bring me to be wholesome. Like I was just like, yo, but yeah, but like I seen that check and she was just like, what the fuck? I don't even. And then the sad part was that like her mom wanted her not to take it. I was just like, bitch, go to the bank, deposit that shit. Like this is like you can leave your house, like you get an apartment, bro. Like yeah.
At that age,
you're not thinking about so much shit you could do all your life.
Yeah, like you're like look,
no, it's not nothing.
Make your family miss you and think about how great you were to them. Yeah, bro, like, but I seen that shit and I was like, damn, bro. I was like, there be Latinos that be having money, bro. It's like,
Dick, there's some motherfuckers where I trip out. Sorry to cut you off, dog. But there's motherfuckers.
Damn, first sorry. The first sorry,
Tommy. He had some awareness, self-awareness.
I'm just telling you.
The first sorry.
I just trip out on motherfuckers that have money.
Like,
and they work. They work. And like, there's fools that I'm like, oh, this fool has like he fucking has like $2 million and all this. And you'll see him at work. I'm like, why the fuck is he right here at work? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't have a motherfucking dream. Like, we're out here working to do some shit. What the fuck are you doing? Just working to work? Like, no, like, we're trying to build some shit to make some shit happen. These motherfuckers have that shit. And you're like, what are you doing here next to me? I'm trying to get what you have right now.
Hey, don't worry
right
about
here.
It. No,
hell no.
Maybe he wasn't.
No, I just talk about like there's people like if you have that much money, you need to fucking have someone to help you make that money into a lot more money if you don't already know how to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, you're gonna have all this money and you're
trying to say resources,
busting ass next to some food. Like, no. Sit back. You have all this money to fucking sit back and think and be like, I'm gonna invest it in this. I'm gonna have this motherfucker that knows how to run this motherfucking money make this money work for me. But I'm not gonna be right here fucking, hey dog, fucking, hey, what time is our break?
Have you heard of AIG?
None of that shit. I'm fucking building some shit up.
Charles Schwab.
And I never get people that do that shit. They have money and they work. I'm like, no, dog. You build your fucking dream, homie. If you do have money like that, build a dream. You could build a fucking sick ass empire with just having $60,000 if you know the right fucking ways to get your shit out there. People, if you
Tommy just watched Entourage and shit.
I'm just saying, no, I'm just talking about people that have millions of dollars. Like, I'm like, this motherfucker want to sell them in for $4 million and he works here. Like, why? These fools, I know fools that own these companies. I'm like, why the fuck are you guys
they
working?
They might love it. What if they love what they do?
Hey, they don't love what they do. They complain about what they do.
Complain it. Got it. So you're
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Build your fucking dream. You could have a company that does what you're doing right here because you have the money to build a company that does this, what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You just don't have to. You just need to know the right ways of doing shit. Some people don't.
Tommy, who are you working with at your construction job?
Who are these rich guys?
Yeah, bring them on the show. What the fuck, bro? Like, they don't know what to do with it. We can fix this place up.
We used to have this neighbor that lived downstairs in our apartment, and this man fucking ended up dying, and he was a fucking millionaire. And I'm like, why the fuck did this man? He used to go to work.
He was hurt.
he would go to fucking work and he'd be like, get home, and I'll be complaining. And then later on, he died.
Hey,
I'm
a
like,
woman,
this man was a fucking
a
millionaire?
woman's the most deadliest drug in the world, bro.
What's going on?
That's what
I
happened
always
to
trip
him,
out
bro.
like everyone's
You
trying
wanna
to
know-
work
Tommy,
for a dream.
You want to know what happened to
have
that
this
man?
fucking shit.
I know what happened to him.
What the fuck?
Divorce.
Divorce for sure.
You could get, yeah.
That sounds like divorce.
I don't fucking know, dog. I
Some
just
people
trip
like
out.
to work.
Like,
Some people have nothing else to do.
I understand shit like
You're
that,
saying
and
he did.
I know other motherfuckers that are like that. They have money, and I'm like, Dick, what the fuck are you doing working, dog? You could fucking build
There's nothing wrong with that.
a company that does this shit.
You don't think that
of your own,
You don't think that I? You don't.
and you
think-
can run
Tommy,
it
they don't own
and
the
do all that
company.
shit.
Tommy, you don't think that anybody's like looked at Be Real and fucking been like, you know, you don't gotta do this podcast, right?
Right.
Like, you know,
No, of course
you
they
got to
wanna
start
do
the
that.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah,
you
but
could just be
that's-
taking a vacation
that's
every
way
2 months with your
different.
wife.
That's way different being a fucking legend, fucking hip hop, fucking pioneer, everything. To be like, I want to chill back and do that. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah,
Not
it
fucking
is.
some fool that's fucking young and fucking has this shit going for him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dog, nah. Make this shit happen.
Tommy, are you gonna
doing
send
this
the
shit?
clip
Make
to that
something
guy at work or what?
This guy should be a life coach. for
I
these
just
guys.
always
You could
trip out
find
on
these
that shit.
guys
On
that,
people,
that
you
work.
know?
He's
too
got to
much.
be successful to
And,
be a life coach.
and I
you know,
always trip out
everyone
like,
look
hey,
at him on
dog,
Instagram.
you
None
never
of those
know.
guys
You
know
never
shit.
know what people never know what they can do, and it's like you can do so much. And I'm like, dog,
Let's
you
make
can do
you the
so
next
much.
Vitali, dude.
Half of those life coaches are in their mom's fucking like
Yeah, they're in their
apartment.
mom. They're in their bedroom.
Hey, you know-
And then later on, you
anything.
see them fucking in
entrepreneur
fucking
life
arenas.
coach. Like, what
You know?
Hey, fresh comment
let's
right
make
now.
him.
Fresh,
Let's make him a life
fresh
coach.
comment in the Patreon that somebody felt the need to send me the notification. Coming from Jasper11. Tommy habla de más. He needs to smoke one.
Tell me
Ray,
we're smoking.
the verdict? Yes.
Yep.
Hey, is there somebody that you want to fucking sell a house to? Like, if I were you, I'd be like, yo, I want to sell some shit to Elon Musk.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Okay, but like Elon Musk, don't like.
Chapo, how about Chapo?
He's in
Also,
jail, dude.
I could still sell houses. He could buy houses. Someone's got the money somewhere.
So his,
It could
one
be
of
under
his
his
sons.
buried here. We don't know. Who
One of his fucking family has his hair in.
Somebody's got billions somewhere.
But
Not his son, but
I'm just saying, Elon Musk would probably be a good person to sell a house
Oh
to.
God, Elon Musk would be a great client.
Yeah.
He did sell some houses up in Bel Air. He decided to get rid of all of his houses.
Have you
about
seen
a year
Drake's
ago.
house?
Oh yeah, He's
Yeah?
got so many of them. But yeah,
No, but like the one that he's listed up. You see
Hey,
right?
when you
been in
see
it?
motherfuckers like Elon
Hold
Musk
on,
sell
hold on.
all his houses,
Hold on,
you
you've
gotta
been
look
in
into
Drake's
that.
house,
yeah.
the one that he's selling.
Wait,
How
Drake?
crazy?
It's like 87 million. It's ridiculous.
How crazy of a level of rich is that? Like, where it's like,
Well, I mean, when you're buying homes that are almost 100 million, you have to be a billionaire. I mean, think of it. You got to be. Can you imagine the upkeep? I mean, you can't imagine. None of us can. I mean,
Just to keep it up, huh? It's like
just
30
like
talking about the one in Studio
the
City,
water,
right?
the gardening, the cleaning, the
yeah.
the furniture. Hey, one thing I wanted to ask, you know, how
property taxes.
when houses, when you guys show them and they have all the furniture, do you guys leave them like that?
Do we leave the furniture? Usually the furniture goes unless
Okay.
it's staged. If it's like an empty house, sometimes we'll put fake, we'll rent furniture and stage the house, and that
Rent a center.
that doesn't stay. That then goes back
Okay,
to the furniture
okay.
company.
Because I'm like, damn, they have sick ass. So then you got to fill that motherfucker up like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Is there any cases where fools are like, hey, leave
Yes.
that shit like this?
Yeah, here's cash. I'm
Here's
buying
some money
you cash
for all this shit that
I'll
you
give
bought.
I'm giving you
but
20.
that's what you would want to do though. Like, think about it, bro. Like, you're going. Like, I don't want to spend time decorating this $1 million home.
Right,
I'm
could
just
take
gonna
a
be like,
year,
listen, bro. They
2
got a
years.
Picasso on the wall. This couch is good. My
I'll
cat's
take
not
it.
gonna fuck it up. Let's go.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
like
that.
that's what I would.
It happens both ways. Yeah, they're
And do you put up fucking paintings up at fucking houses?
like stage the
Like,
painting.
yeah, do you
Yep.
be like, hey, look.
Go to
dog,
garage sale and just get
Yeah?
random paintings.
and you
Yeah,
have
well,
paintings that
artists.
you
There's
use?
artists like you say. This guy's a great artist. I could say, oh, I have this modern house. Do you want to stage it, put up a couple big pieces, and put the price on it? It's doing me a good. It's doing me a solid because the house looks better, and he might get a piece sold because someone wealthy walks through the house.
And then be like, I want to keep that.
That
It sets
artist,
the, it sets
even
the,
if they don't buy the house, someone might come through that looks at the house and goes, "I'm not buying this house." But who's that artist?
Damn, our painting
do that.
homies out there. See, y'all get it wrong. Stop setting up at these markets. Go talk to a real estate agent and be like, hey, what kind of houses you sell? If you
Smart
sell
hustle.
houses in South Central and you make fucking basketball player paintings, you might want to go ahead and fucking,
You're right.
and fucking like be like, hey, I got this picture
Damn
of Kobe in this house
it.
in Watts. You know what I mean? But if you fucking could draw like Picasso and you want to fucking be a nice ass Holmes in Beverly Hills, talk to one of those agents. Yeah, there's a market for everybody. You could take that however you want to take it. But I'm saying, I'm just letting you know how to get a bag, bro. Like if you really want to do it, bro. If you're really good at drawing Kobe and Shaq, fucking for sure. Watts fucking real estate. Go see what's up. Put a few of those in there. Or fucking Black Beverly Hills, bro. Fucking have somebody draw a nice picture of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You're right. Yeah. They have the money to buy a house, even in South Central. If they have the money to buy a house, if it's $1 million house, they have the money to go buy, a painting for
$1 million house in South Central used to cost $150,000 in 1989, or less. Like probably I want to say like. If you're living in the USC Vermont area, bro, if you bought a house 1989 to 1990, you could get something that was near the freeway for $80,000.
Now it's $800.
And I know somebody. I know. If I'm not mistaken, my in-laws. That's how they got their house. Their house like that. I'm like,
what's crazy though? Some of those properties are multi-family. Like if you bought one of those for whatever $100,000, it's like generational wealth. If you would have bought it then.
In a Latino household, dog, like I'll be honest, bro, that is like the biggest dream any immigrant parent like strives because they don't know anything better. Like they don't know anything about stocks. They don't know about leaving anything that's like assets or valuable of anything like to their kids. So they're like, we're gonna buy a house, and once it's paid off, my kids get to raise their kids here. You know, and you're just like, bro, like, we could have had houses, but. It comes down to the whole thing where it's like our parents didn't have no fucking resources, bro. You got to cut your parents more slack. And if your parents worked hard to keep a good credit score and paid off a couple of cars, thank them and you get that knowledge and you fucking start managing that money. Because at the end of the day, bro, like what the fuck is good? Like I've learned this shit in my experience in my family. What the fuck is an 800 credit score for my grandma being 98? When, like, she ain't gonna finance shit for me at this point. We should have been doing that shit a long time ago. I don't need her to co-sign on my car because the bank knows she's not making no money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you gotta start getting, you got a family, man. These are your cards, bro. And you could do what everybody else because Latinos, I'm speaking because I'm a Latino. We have a very fucking hard time working together, bro. But every other immigrant fucking family class has that shit down to a T. Asians, they buy $1 billion ass house, all live together. They all got nice ass cars. They don't share it, and they eventually
take care of the parents.
Once the house is paid, then they start be like, what is it? Jaylene wanted to have a boba business. We're gonna fund her opening. Goes good. Sonny wanted to have a fucking barbershop. Then they start funding it, and that's how it is. The Arabs, they work the same way, bro, but they share everything, so it's a little bit different. Same concept, they share everything. Indians, those who sacrifice everything, bro. They'll sacrifice happiness for years before they fucking do that.
Yeah, they're not buying.
Yeah, bro, look what they did for fucking America.
Yeah, like
my homie.
So all I'm saying is like it's something that's missing that link, bro. And it's like I feel that like the more new generation keeps coming up with the more resources, eventually we're gonna catch up to it. Just like how the black community is gonna catch up to it, bro. There's too many egos and too many fucking different opinions and collisions of clash and different people's point of views that have held us back for a long ass time, bro. And it's not until recently where like you're starting to see like certain people that had like the person who would sell ceviche on the corner has now finally got the resources to have a restaurant, and they finally have a restaurant even though they've been around for 40 years. That's happening because of the new generation. So it's like it's a nice thing to see, but it's a cool thing to be a part of too. So it's like, hey man, like dreams that seem far-fetched start becoming very realistic.
Like I want to go to fucking Brooklyn to go to this one little shack that this man makes like bomb ass Puerto Rican food.
Oh yeah.
And I seen that shit on fucking
I
seen that shit on fucking Action Bronson, and that shit makes me want to go see it. And every time, like, if my homie goes to Brooklyn, I'm like, go right there. And they're like, nah. But I want to go. It's in the Bronx.
The Bronx.
Well, I'm like, so I want to go to New York, and I want to go to that fucking place.
When we do High and Hungry New York, I'm going to hit you up. And if you're not fucking ready to go
out there.
I should,
Oh, to New York?
All that talk. If you're not ready to go, because we're going to plan it out.
I'll do that shit. I want to go there.
We're filming. By the way, everybody who's watching, we just finished the first season of this year's High and Hungry. Hope you enjoy it. June 10th it releases. But the next season that's coming up is probably going to be our biggest season just yet. We've been together for like 5 years. Like
we'll do a part
Ray
one.
and
we're doing a Bronx.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish,
bitch.
Tommy. Hold on, let me finish. I'm saying we're going to be working on a fucking pilot for and we're gonna actually gonna be shopping it around to hopefully end up at Amazon Prime, Netflix, whoever wants to have a Latino who incorporates the cannabis scenes, but at the same time incorporates every aspect about just being Latino and knowing good food all in one. I was like, I look up to the greats like Anthony Bourdain, Guy Fieri, fucking that fool who almost had a heart attack from Amber's food. Like, what is it? Yeah.
I like it.
That's like my dream, dude.
Maddie
like
Matheson.
because that's like that's one of my side projects, and Ray and myself created that like 5 years ago. And
What's your favorite restaurant, Danny?
yeah, Danny, please say Dear John's.
Well,
yeah, Dear John's.
Dear John's is definitely up there. I love Dantana's, which is another old school Italian place on Santa Monica Doheny. I love Craig's. South Beverly Grill is where I just got that sushi from. Okay. Nothing.
You know what I could recommend that I think you would enjoy? There's a spot in Culver City that's called Fish with 3 eyes.
Do I know it?
It's fire, bro. And I mean,
sushi? Is it sushi?
It's sushi, but like they got some shit there that I never would have thought about trying. Like this motherfucker gave me salmon chicharron.
Oh, so it's also.
I was fucking tripping, bro.
What?
Chicharron made out of salmon, and the dude who served it to me was the owner. But dude looked like he knows a shit about an IPA with a little ponytail and a little
hippie. He's a hippie.
Yeah, he's like new age fucking hipster. But like, dude knew what was up and was even courteous enough to hit me up. I was not in on anything. I just went there on a date with my girlfriend, and we had a good time.
Nice.
But it's like, I discover restaurants like this. I'm not scared to walk into none of these places, bro.
Stuff.
I really will. Like, I will try the shit out of something, bro. Like, I've tried like crickets. I've tried like. Some like delicacies like snails. Remember we tried that black volcanic water that I was like, why would people pay $300 for this? This is nasty, bro. There was a bottle that was water that would cost like $300, bro. And they busted it open because it's like the water from a volcano, so it had the particles, and I'm like, this water has rocks. Why am I gonna pay for this? But I guess it's like the minerals and shit that you're eating from the volcano mineral. Like,
so it's good for you.
It's good for you.
They got him.
It just
got him.
I didn't pay for it.
I
just snake oil.
They treated us for that shit. But it was a water bar, French restaurant that's no longer around. It's called Air Food. It's in downtown.
Some motherfucking rock water. The motherfucking.
No, they're in downtown now.
These guys claim that the water was volcanic.
No, we've been having it for 5 years. It's called High and Hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, with Ray. So it started out as like a foodie just like pop up like on the go type show, but now we have a lot more direction because we gotten to know so many chefs over the years, and we've reviewed some places that never got a fucking view from TikTok or anything places, and some of these places have grown up to be on the Michelin star list, and I'm like, we got a little fucking taste in the eye to recognize that underdog, and for some of these places, we've been the first ones to ever show them love, and like you'll see some of the fucking bougie ass foodies walk in there sometimes, and they're like, this guy walked in here, smells like fucking weed, but the chef came out and gave him a hug and a kiss. I'm like, yeah, bitch. I'm like, I know this shit. I just don't have the resources as like everybody else has had, but I'm out here shining too, dog. Like,
hey,
love it.
Let's do a motherfucking episode in the Bronx.
Tommy.
3 plates, Tommy.
And then go to the Yankees game.
High and Hungry holding it down.
I swear to God, Tommy.
And we're gonna go to fucking that little restaurant I'm telling you about.
Tommy, you remind me of like one of the tomatoes from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Which was I never watched that shit that this motherfucker's talking about.
Oh, dude, you gotta go to Correa's, dude.
Market. You have a grand opening this Saturday.
It's by USC Medical Center in East Los. You know what I mean? So it's like
You're going?
But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna have a pop up there in
What day?
in June for High and Hungry.
What day?
This Saturday. Let's go.
This
What time?
Saturday?
I'm down.
Are you guys shooting this Saturday?
What time
Oh
is
no,
it?
we're
just
because
going to eat.
we've already filmed there, but like this guy makes some of. He had a spot for over 30 years or something like that in East Los Angeles. Property management fucking switched it up on him,
Hey.
and then they fucking had to relocate. And people were fucking sad about this. Everybody was sad because it's been a staple in East Los. So they relocated not too far from there, and they got a deal with like this property like across the street from the medical center and all that stuff. And they're like the newest spot, hot on the block. Like so, everybody from the medical center goes. You have some foodies going around. It's in like the gentrified kind of like area, so it's nice. And they let us smoke in the parking lot.
Is that thing happening? The event?
It's 11 to like 9. My event's not going down to like late June. Where like I'm doing a high
I'm talking
hungry.
about Korea's thing.
Yes, that's Saturday from 11 to like 8.
Hey, do you want to go to that early and then
we're going after
from
my show.
From 5 to 12?
We're going after my show.
From 5 to 12, there's the Funk Freaks are having at the Toxica. Fucking, they're launching that beer at Cervecito Brewery.
That's far as fuck, Tommy.
No, but still, you can.
Tell them where they can go.
George is going. We'll go right there. We'll all be there.
That's for sure now. Oh my God.
It's right there at 4th Street and Broadway and Santa Ana.
It's
right Cervecito Brewery. But Funk Freaks,
nah.
they're like they're like a group that plays funk music.
I'm taking
They
these on,
travel
I'm
and they play
taking
fucking
these
music.
on a Liddy in the
But
city.
they're having a
Fool.
sick
Sit
ass
down
shit.
for you. Ain't taking this foot to no fucking desert,
Freaks.
bro.
It's the last fucking 15 minutes, and I know I wasn't gonna even fucking go for it. Danny, let's ask a non-real estate question. Have you ever done whippets?
A whip it, of course, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell
Is
yeah.
that what this is?
Yeah, this is what this
That's
is.
not the good whip.
That ain't whippets. Whippets
Yes, it
is the
is.
fucking
This
can.
is
Whippets,
nitrous
yeah.
oxide.
Okay,
It's
no.
a can.
Yeah.
Fool.
So we get like, okay, so we when you're done with
This is
the,
just fucking a balloon.
turn it off, Tommy.
Give me
Got
the
cold again.
balloon.
Yeah, this is like it's dental nitrous.
Yeah.
But it's dental nitrous, but you know, a lot of people don't know. So here, I have to break this down for everybody.
Break it down. Break it down.
Everybody
It's been a
thinks
long
dental
time.
nitrous is like, oh, if you got it from a dentist, it's like legit and it's
Pure,
it's
yeah.
like pure. You're wrong. Dental nitrous is only medically safe. What they do is they cut it with oxygen, so they fucking pump it. They're like 70% nitrous. We're gonna cut it down 30% oxygen. That's the reason they allow it and they give it to you in that little pig nose, and they let it blow by certain cc's in your nose. That's the reason I got in trouble for turning it up all the way when I was the dentist, and I found out because they gave me a whole lecture. Yeah, they get when I was at the dentist. Okay, yeah.
At the dentist.
So yeah. Come on, I can't be a dentist.
Doctor.
Do I sound Filipino to
Come
you?
on, you know I'm not a fucking dentist over here.
So the reason
Forget about
the
it.
reason they can't give you the whole pure nitrous is because it makes you pass out. But that is what you have in this tank, the pure nitrous.
Oh boy.
So it is literally at your own disclosure,
Pay
and
at
we've
your
mastered the
own
art of nitrous in
risk.
here.
You've mastered it. Yeah, I have.
We've thought about recording our own records of like us singing on nitrous, but it makes you tired. It leaves you winded. Like if somebody
you
could hit
do a
that
whole motherfucking
and
record off.
I know
Oh, no,
that would be
bro.
great.
Bow wow
I'll
wow
stick
yippee
with
yo yippee
I'll
bow
stick with
wow.
this Casa del Sol.
Yippee
He's like, I'll
yippee.
stick with alcohol.
Yeah, I'll watch you guys. I'll live
You've never
vicariously
had like
through
a rich ass client, like bro. I'm probably gonna be the one, bro. I'm probably gonna be that. Be like, can I have a nitrous cellar?
I'm his
Danny?
client
I'll buy
right
this
now.
house if I get a nitrous cellar.
I'm his
built in.
client right now from Portland, bro, and I'm doing
We'll
nitrous.
make it happen.
Yeah, I know, but it's like for some reason I feel that my shit's gonna strike gold on that fucking high and hungry shit. So I'm like, when I reach that Lamar Odom times that kill Neil money, you know what I mean? I would love to be like, hey, I need that nitrous cellar.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal's a
nitrous
big
room.
ass fool.
With good music.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is not a bad fucking person to look up to.
He's a cool dude.
Literally look
He's
up
a good
to.
guy, but that was a big ass motherfucker, huh?
Did
You
you,
seen- hey,
hey,
you
you
seen
seen him
Jack?
fight
You seen Jack?
him fight De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley?
Oh, I seen that shit. That shit was
Yo,
funny.
he got on his knees and he was like, and then De La Hoya was like, De La Hoya was punching him hard, bro.
He's a giant. He's a real giant.
Yeah.
Shaq
much.
had a show on ABC for everybody that doesn't know. He had a show on ABC a while ago, and they would wear headrest, like headgear and everything, and he would fight Sugar Shane Mosley or Oscar De La Hoya and other boxers, and he would go rounds with them and be fighting, bro. This was on TV. This was real. On TV, you could find it on YouTube. And like, there's one where De La Hoya looks like, before he put fishnets on, he looks like.
Hey, he did it with Ozbala, free Ozbala.
So he looked.
Sorry,
De La
Ray.
Hoya was young as fuck, and he's over there fighting this fool. And I'm not gonna lie, De La Hoya's like giving him punches because I'm like he's severely like,
Hey, De La Hoya fuck a
certainly
motherfucker
way
up,
smaller
even
than
Shaq.
Shaq. But
He'll hit him with the
the
kidney
punches
shot,
that
bam.
he's giving him, I'm like, yo, I know those are professionally boxer punches,
punches.
but
He
Shaq is like, what's up, bitch?
absorbing
What's up, bitch? Like, yeah.
He's just a big ass fool, dog. And he's an athlete. He's an athlete.
I got a question for Dan.
Uh-oh.
Danny.
3 eyes. Does Danny think the housing market going to crash? Is it going to crash? Where's the bubble at? How big is it?
It's not going to crash, no. You know why? Because the issue is not just the economy and the interest rates. Yeah, that makes it tougher for people. The issue is there is no inventory. There's no supply of homes in L.A. and a lot of good cities, but especially L.A. So the demand, even though the economy is slowing down and there's a recession, or at least partial recession, whatever, there's just not enough homes. Too many people with money want them, and that's keeping the prices a level. They've come down a few percentage points, but there's been no crash. I don't think there's going to be a crash. And if it does, it will come back. If it crashes 5, 10, 20%, give it 3 years, it will bounce back. That's my crystal ball.
There you go. I mean, hey, man, this is... look, man, every other time you guys probably get some stupid-ass episodes here, and it's probably, like, very, very cool-ass, informative, 90s homie shit. But every now and then we get blessed to have, like, a lawyer or a doctor or even a dentist or like somebody like Danny that's like well knowledge of in his craft, bro. And honestly, like, I'm not gonna sit here in front. I may be a person that has access to a lot of shit that you want in your life, and I live a life that you think is very comfortable. But there's a lot of shit I don't know, and I have to accept the fact that I need to have individuals in my life that know what the fuck they're doing and can help me with that. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And I say that being a Latino, number one, because a lot of us are a product of immigrant parents, and immigrant parents being Latinos, they fucking hated asking for help, bro. And nothing pissed me off when, like, my parents would be on a road trip and I'd be like, you want me to go ask them? They're like, no, we'd just rather get lost. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yeah.
You know what I'll say about that? No millionaire has made it without help.
Facts.
No successful person has made it without help. And you have to ask, because if you don't ask, you're not going to get it.
I wish I had a young Mark Cuban around me.
Thank you, Uber. Thank you.
Swear to God, bro.
You got to surround yourself with smarter people and surround yourself with successful people. They say you're the average. Your income is the average of the 4 or 5 people you spend the most time with. I don't know if that's true.
Better.
But
shout out to y'all.
You know, look at that voice. Bottom line is hang around with smart people that are, working and doing things.
Hey, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Exactly. That's exactly
that
it.
Doesn't
mean it's easy. It's a struggle. It's a grind. That's what it is.
That is coming from somebody who is well established in what he does, y'all. And so I'm like,
but I'm not a dentist.
Established.
He's the dentist. The dentist is in the house.
The dentist.
So what happens if I take a hit of that? What it actually feels like?
I'll make you feel like $1 million.
Nah, he already feels like $1 million. He walked in here like Ric Flair, bro. Yeah, like this happy.
I'll make you feel like that bottle.
You want to try it? You can set you up.
We'll see if I have the balls to do it.
Just
Am I going to be able to drive?
It goes away.
He'll be okay in 10 minutes.
Wait, where you guys
You just hit the air that goes in.
It's near Culver City.
He'll be okay.
You just hit the air that goes in.
The elite, bro.
It'll just shoot into
I live close to Culver City.
You'll be okay.
He's like, it's called Baldwin Hills. I was like, bro,
We got the balloon.
I know what that is.
Get him a balloon.
Always expensive now.
Oh, now it is.
Get him a balloon.
Expensive.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, man. I hope Kenneth Hahn becomes a place one day where I can go back. I hope they get the Bukele treatment one day at that park where I can fucking go back and not feel like I gotta fucking be so hostile to walking my dog there. I was like, man, I don't know who the fuck made that the park for all the people who used to go to jail to go work out at. But fuck you guys, all right? You guys make that shit uncomfortable for everybody else. Ray and myself used to go work out in that park. And I was like, hey, man, I want to pop a cap on a motherfucker for talking all that shit about my fat dog. Like, and I was like, man, I'm just not going to do this. I'm just going to go to Griffith Park where all the fucking real elite are at.
And I'll wait till everybody in Kenneth Hahn drives you out. And then I'll buy my property, damn it. We can all be in a nice park.
Ray, are you still running?
Why is his voice changing after he does a balloon?
You guys runners too?
I thought helium was
My
supposed to make your voice
My
high
time
pitched.
in an hour is about 6.47 miles. That is like just running consistently an hour. Like I got.
Is that hey Liam?
I got very
10-minute
good
miles.
I
That's
got
good.
very good fucking like breathing,
Long
arithmetics
distance.
and all that shit.
So
I
you're a
may
long
be a
distance.
chunky motherfucker, bro, but like shots
Chunky.
go off, I could run.
Chunky.
Shut up, Tommy. You're block.
That's long distance, 6 miles.
Tommy looks like manteca that's been in the freezer, bro. You just scoop it out on the side.
Bacon grease. This was Harry
Like
Chester.
frozen bacon grease from McCarter's.
This was a
I'm
dog,
sorry, Tommy.
dog shirt. He don't even have that type of dog.
That's my chest hair, bitch.
This fool wears it so it looks like he has chest hair.
I don't want to get knocked out.
So Dan, I want to ask you, so how you gonna link up with Evan Longoria in the house? What's up with that?
He's like, I boned her. No,
playing
I'm playing.
I married a woman.
That was me
Great.
saying it. I'm sorry. Danny's a respectable person.
Oh, I'm a respectable business.
Hey, I'm a fucking
Get outta
businessman
here.
over
What you
here.
doing
Get outta
business?
here.
What's going on with
you
you?
know,
I only
it's,
said that because when I saw her graduate, I was like, damn, Eva.
you went to school with her.
Damn. She graduated in my class, bro.
Eva Longoria?
Eva Longoria graduated.
Full circle.
No,
And
she
son.
didn't, dude.
Yes, she did. I saw her walk
The same
stage.
year as you?
I saw her walk stage,
Eva
Tommy.
Longoria is fucking like 50, dick. You're
So
tripping.
what? She can go to business school.
Oh, I thought you meant at high school.
No, I mean
Dick,
college.
of course.
I
This
went
was
to
all
college.
man up.
I went to college, Tommy.
No more fucking balloons to this guy. He's fucking getting out of hand over here.
Losing his mind
Go
over here.
Matadors,
Who's all
bitch.
mad? The fucking this will hit a cycle. This whole fucking he's all mad right
Hold him
now.
back over
Hey,
here.
calm the fuck
It's
down,
all-
all right? All right.
She
so
went
tell
to the
us-
school.
Hold him.
Tell us
Hold
about
him.
how you met Eva Longoria, though.
How have I met
I
her?
went to
Just
fucking Everlong.
people in common, know her business manager, know her agent, just friends, people in common. That's usually how it is.
Got the house on the screen. Tell us about the home.
Oh, where's that house? It's gorgeous.
Can you
One of the best
disclose
homes
it
in
after
LA.
you sold it?
What's that?
Can you disclose the house after you sold
I can disclose it now. It's a Deep Canyon. Did
We're
you
trying
pull
to
up?
sell that motherfucker. Whoever's
26,
listening.
25 Deep Canyon. It's on the market. This is not like an off-market quiet sale. It's a public
Damn,
market.
look at that
You can Google
fucking
it.
house.
Gorgeous tennis court estate with views in Beverly
Oh
Hills.
my God, yo.
It's
Beverly
a
Hills
wrap.
Post Office is what it's
wrap.
called. It's 20. It's the best house in Beverly Hills at 20 million by far. It's incredible.
I gotta be
Gorgeous
friends
house,
with
about
Jesus
11,000
to
square
afford that.
feet.
I'll give you 27.
Acre and a half views, tennis court, gym.
I'll give you
30.
27.
Go
I'll give you
ahead.
27 right now.
Who do I write the check to? 30.
There you
Give me
go.
27.
Sammy, you gotta say
We
that
gotta-
when you're not doing
We
nons,
gotta
right?
hit him high.
Okay, give me 20 seconds.
We gotta hit him high.
Okay,
Look at that theater in there, bro. Like,
will.
you can.
We're hitting them at 28.
Movie theater.
We're hitting him at 28.
Okay,
We're making
give
them
you
think they have a
18.
deal at 25.
nah, I'll give you
We're
19.
like, look, I can't do anything else for you. We're
He's
already
in
taking
a
5 off
19.
you.
He's ready to do it. He's about to make some big money.
Would that be a doable deal though? Like if something like somebody came up, like let's just say like
Nah,
Lamar Odom
17.5.
was like, got 19 for you, player.
We're having a conversation, that's for sure.
Okay,
We
so
are
then-
having a conversation. Although if it's Lamar Odom, we're probably not having a conversation. But if
money like
but
that.
if it was LeBron,
What?
we are having a
Hey,
conversation.
to be fair though, Iverson could be having that conversation with you, and you,
Yeah.
once he gets access to that
We'll be like,
contract,
look,
he could be having that conversation, no problem. And you're
boy,
like,
look,
yo,
not this
because
one.
Reebok fucked up with that contract.
you'll be like,
Hey, anybody else would love to give me a contract that I'll sign in a second, baby. But
Danny-
I do have
hey,
great
Danny's a
contracts. Shout out to
player.
Propane. I have the best contract with that distillate vape company.
Danny's a player though. You hit him, you hit him and be like, look, you got money like that. Maybe
Trying
not
to be
this
humble,
house.
down to earth,
Maybe not
under
this
the
house.
radar.
But I'll show you one that you could get for that much. You know what I'm
Danny-
saying? And they'll be like, all right, let me get him. You lock him in.
Do you take vacations?
Oh, absolutely. And I
Okay.
used to stress out about taking a vacation until I met my now wife, who sort of taught me in.
Oh, you're not married?
Pressure. I am married. I've been.
Congrats.
Congratulations, dog. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, married.
Clap it up for the
3
man.
kids. Come on, man. I'm old.
Yeah,
man.
this was
I'm-
a fucking dad.
But yeah,
shit.
man, you got to take vacations because when you work hard and you're in a grind like real estate or any high pressure business or job, you got to take breaks to recharge. Otherwise, you get burnt out and you can't do as much. It's like, and it took me years to figure that out. I was 7 days a week, 15, 16 hours a day, always doing, afraid to go out of town because what if I get a client that calls? I can't lose the deal. What if my deal?
I'm like that,
And
Danny.
you like don't want to let go. But then my wife kind of got me doing it, and then I realized, wow, it like recharges you. And you know what now happens? Every time we go on vacation, my phone rings. literally, and I get some new client, new big thing. But you have to for your mental health. Your
and you're
health.
still fucking working right there on vacation. Feet kicked up,
I'm
though.
happy to work. If we can
Feet
make a
kicked
deal.
up. You're like,
yeah, you want to buy Eva's house? I don't care if it's in Hawaii. I'll sell it. We're gonna do it. So,
you know,
yeah.
it's great. It's great that you mentioned that because I had a very hard time trying to convince myself to take a vacation. And I mean, I would take little trips here and there, but nothing like an actual vacation where you're like, all right, this is a dream thing.
Yeah.
And it did so much for my life, bro. But obviously, it took a lot of time for me to build up to it. I wanted that vacation my first year, but I didn't get it till my 4th year in business. But it's a sacrifice, and it's all right. But when it happened, it felt so much better, and I'm just so motivated. And you're right. When I came back, my mentality and everything was just so different. Where like even my coworkers were just like, "Hey, bro, you're like we're feeding off this vibe, you know?"
Yeah, there's a couple things. You get the energy, you get life experience and exposure to a whole new world if you're taking real trips. But even if you're just going to Ojai or an hour from here, anywhere, you can escape. You can escape your world, and you clear your mind, you clear your spirit, and you come back. You get ideas, you get inspired. That stuff gets clouded. We don't realize when we work with the stress of work and life and pressures and smog, our brains get clouded. We don't see clearly, and all our passion and
what was that
vision
breaking
disappears.
point for you?
I mean, I was just so stressed. It was really my wife,
Yeah, but it was something like, honestly, but in that sense, and I understand because sometimes it's a significant other that
pushes you over the hump.
Not just that, but they here's the thing that we don't do to ourselves, everybody. We don't observe ourselves. Like, we don't have that point of view where we see how hard we're working. We know how hard we're working. Right. We feel how hard we're working. We fucking see it. I mean, I'm sorry, we don't see it, but we fucking feel it and everything, but nobody sees it from a third person point of view. But when you have a significant other, whether you're gay, whether you're fucking lesbian or whatever or whatever you want to be, or however you describe yourself, that significant other is so powerful that when you have somebody that you genuinely believe that cares about you and you genuinely care about them, that input that they have, and when they see you slave away for something and they feel pity for you as compared to the admiration that you keep telling yourself to give yourself to keep yourself going, that shit hits different. And that happened to me with my significant other, and I'm sure that, like you said, with that
gotta be common.
Yeah, no, and it does, and it happens. But some of us deny ourselves that liberty and luxury of having that partner, and some of us are too stupid enough to recognize it. You know what I mean? But either way, everybody deserves to have that wake-up call, because sometimes we don't cut ourselves that slack, and you'll spend your whole life slaving away and never feel like you actually accomplished anything. Because the moment you take that vacation or do something and you come back, you start cutting yourself slack and realizing how great of an accomplishment, how great different types of accomplishments that you've had and you've reached.
You have a different perspective, and ideas come to you, and you get creative, and you have to get away. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You do what you can do. It could be a drive an hour away into somewhere where there's a wilderness to camp or walk or hike.
You can literally go camping, whatever floats your boat, bro. Like, it doesn't have to be an extravagant everything. Yeah. Like, that was just like what I did for myself.
Yeah,
but
which is incredible. Going to Japan, what a life experience for anybody. You think different when you've put yourself out there and see the world. You also are rolling at a different level with people out there in the world. When you start doing big trips, you're now exposing yourself to other people that think like that, which just opens you up to opportunities and ideas and businesses.
You value life a lot different too, man. That's the one thing where you're just like, man, like you said, you cut yourself some slack, bro, because you're never going to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you accomplished piece of shit. You know what I mean?
You're never going to say, I shouldn't have taken that trip to Japan, man. I should have never done that. You're going to say the opposite. Why didn't I go to Japan? Why didn't I go to England? Why did I do
this when I was 18? Why didn't I do this when I was 25? Why didn't I start thinking about,
And that's exactly what happened, bro. But that's the one thing that is experiences as Latinos. I feel that we've denied ourselves that, bro. And
but
it's
that's
like
everybody. I mean, I can't say. Maybe you're saying that culturally you're seeing more of it, but I think that's
certain cultural barriers and stop you, bro. Like
for sure,
like immigrant mentality is very tough, bro. Immigrant mentality is very tough. That's the reason you don't get that support like you want to for anything. You want to stop being fat. Immigrant parent will be like, oh, you think you're gonna get skinny? It's like, yeah, bitch, you could encourage me. I know that life has been hard for you, but why the fuck did you have me if you're not gonna be supportive? Like, yo, bitch, you crossed that river for what?
So you can talk shit to me in America? I don't need to hear this shit. Cause no, it's real shit though. It's real fucking shit.
This is America.
Like it's real shit, bro. And like that shit, we deal with that a lot. And I'm saying that as like a product of the 90s because it's a very confused like era to be a part of, bro. We're the first generation that got exposed to the internet with no control. Yeah. We don't know the effects of that. We're probably starting to see it with every mass shooting that happens at the fucked up world we have. But at the end of the day, bro, we don't know what the real effects are, bro. We're the real first generation that got tested a whole bunch of shit. That's the reason we're desensitized to a whole lot of fucking shit, bro. We're like
anxiety, high depression, suicide rates.
Our friends will die, friends will kill themselves, and we're just like, you still gonna go to the comedy store?
But you know what? Every day, every moment, every second is an opportunity to start over and say, all right, here's an opportunity. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with this moment? Any day, no matter what's happened up to that moment, you can do it. And you still are in America. You could joke and say, America, but you know we are. It's easier here than anywhere fucking else. You want to go somewhere else?
Anywhere fucking else.
You know.
El Salvador's looking pretty good, though.
You know what? Pick your life partner. That's a big decision. That's probably the biggest decision you make. Who you?
I'm over here looking like I was like, and I've never been more proud to say that I'm Salvadorian since Bukele was in power. I'm like, yo, you know I'm Salvadoran over here, dog. You want foreigners to buy shit? I was like, I'm all about it. Like, honestly, I really.
Secondhand smoke's killing me.
I mean, hey, don't worry, we're at that stretch.
No, I'm good.
We really are at that stretch. I do want to give it number one. Here, I know you're not drinking it. This tequila is fucking awesome. Right? This tequila is great. Number one. I do want to have a toast with you, bro. And you're one of my favorite guests, bro. We learned so much from you. Very much like when I bring my Santa.
From you guys too.
Very much like when I bring my Santeria witch doctor, my godmother. She's, you know, people are just like, damn it, we don't know, but we get certain knowledge that we get access to because we are friends. Absolutely. And it's great that I get to share that with people that are watching it because some of us need to hear that shit. Some of us are having kids, some of us are growing up, and some of us are watching life passes, but we know it. And some of us have aspirations, bro, and this might be the shit you need to hear. And it's not unrealistic. I used to think it was unrealistic till I met Danny. And then Danny's like, nah, this is how it really works. You just got to save money, make sacrifices, not go and spend money every weekend.
Yeah. Don't buy anything that's a depreciating asset. Don't go buy fancy shit because you want to look like you have
Unless
money.
you got the magic touch and you can resell everything like me.
Yeah. It's, you know, you save everything, man. Save every dime you can. That's
you know, I made a lot of stupid purchases when I was younger, bro. But I would be the definition of what capitalism in America likes. I'm a very big consumer. It's like this is the reason Japan thrives. Consumerism is at an all-time high, bro. We love stupid shit. Yeah. Shit we don't need.
Waste our money on stuff.
But like me, I always held on to shit because I was like, I wasted money on that. So now that I'm older, I have like a storage unit full of different stuff, right? Full of stuff. And like I've been selling it like at like 10, 20% at a time. And it's been going very well because that's how I funded my trip to certain things. Like I'm selling my 90s toys because I held on to them and I didn't just throw it away and just threw away money. So I'm like, I'm making money off everything.
Did you do that intentionally, or you just happen to save it?
I just always had that. I just always had that mentality where I told my mom, I was like, "You better not throw my fucking toys away. If you throw my toys away, I'm leaving." like
now you're making money off it. Wow.
I mean, because now I go back and I look at these boxes and I was like, "Yo, this 1994 Spider-Man, these hipsters want to buy it, and I want to sell it to them because they have a house and I don't yet." So
save that money. Right, banks now, it's like they'll give you 5% to just hold their money. It's safe. Now's the time. That hasn't been that way for years.
For the first time in my years of having a Bank of America account for fucking years, bro, and I've opened up a few of them business 0%. Ones. I haven't gotten the email, but I got it as of last year where they're like, help us finance your home type shit. And I know that those are automated, but I know you got to meet a certain requirement before you get that fucking email that says, hey, we can sell you a house. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, when I saw that email, I was like, I did mark it as spam, but I was also like, goddamn motherfucker, you're progressing in this country. I was like, hey, come on,
yeah, you spent enough money where they're starting to go.
I'm like, you're that one sperm that made
it. The banks are coming for you now.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna look forward to having a mortgage fucking bill, bro. Cause here's the thing, bro. Everybody says mortgage is like a very bad thing, like, but yeah, you're gonna spend probably a good portion of your life paying it off.
But you also got to use that as motivation and just be like, hey, man, I fucking accomplished something that's one of the hardest things to do, at least in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not like Greece or fucking like, you know, Mexico.
It's a wealth builder over time. It's like a savings account. It forces you to put money into it.
Why you think all the Asians fucking are all about it, bro? They got own communities. Yeah, they're all about that shit, bro. They know what the fuck's up, bro. Like, yeah. The farther you come, the farther you are from this great country that we live in, the harder you're gonna be down to ride for this shit, bro. Real shit. So if you gotta throw rocks to teach somebody a lesson, best believe they're gonna be some of the hardest working motherfuckers you're gonna meet, bro. Palestinian and fucking Iranian motherfuckers. They'll be like, hey, bro, rob this liquor store, bitch. See what happens. like, I fucking overcame fucking aerial bombings, bitch. Straight up, bro. It's a crazy thing, bro. Like, we only get to see this, but we're blinded by it, bro, because of the TikToks and all this other shit. But it's a beautiful thing to be living in this bullshit. You know what I mean?
You can complain about it, but it's the best option.
This red, white, and blue bullshit. But straight up, though, let's go ahead and give it up for our guest, Danny Brown, fucking coming in here and spreading the fucking knowledge, bro.
Always good to spend time with you.
Anybody who needed to hear it, anybody who plans on buying a house, anybody who has a cosigner, anybody who fucking has, if your mom cleans houses for a fucking rich ass movie, start from 1980s or 1995 movies, and she's willing to cosign, hit up Danny Brown. He'll make something happen, bro. I was like, somebody got good credit and they care about your mom that cleans the house so much and she raised 2 of their kids. Call Danny Brown. They'll hook you up, bro.
And I'm always here for you guys. You friends, family have questions. It doesn't have to be buying a house. If you have financial questions, I'll tell you what I know. If it helps.
You know, Danny, we have the relationship here where, like, when somebody told me this is your high school counselor, he's supposed to help you in life, but they didn't really help me.
No,
it's like we have that relationship where it's just like I get to shoot the shit with you, no judgment, and you know, it's like you're still taking me just as serious as you know, like as a friend would, and we really appreciate that, bro, because a lot of people look at this show and a lot of people think with that mentality that having a relationship just because of the way you are or with ethnicity you are or certain shit that you do, you can't have friends or relationships like this. But the world is a beautiful place and not everybody's a judgmental piece of shit.
Right. You got to keep that in mind. There is a lot of negativity, but there's also good people. Good people everywhere, and find them. Stay humble, stay low key, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Why do you think so many Mexicans own nice ass mansions in Hawaiian Gardens?
By the way, Latinos are like the fastest growing wealthy entrepreneurs in America.
You didn't think them paisas in Hawaiian Gardens had Jewish friends?
Are going for them.
Best believe. Some Goldstein sold them. The mansions out there, bro.
And Schwartz.
Yeah,
the Schwartz is definitely.
I've been to Hawaiian Gardens to sell some drugs, bro. Believe me, I know how hard. I know how. Driving by, I was like, my '98 Ford Taurus has no business in here, bro. It was a long time ago, mind you that, everybody.
Different life.
But
7 years has passed.
Yes.
There's no liability.
In case anybody wants to follow you or check out your stuff, where can they check you out, Danny?
Website, DannyBrownLA.com. I have my own podcast where we talk about real estate and business. The Deal with Danny Brown on all podcast formats.
What's the deal?
At Danny Brown LA, Instagram. And, you guys can always reach me through you guys. Through you, Ray, whoever. You guys can always get a hold of me. I'm always a call or text away for anything, man. You guys are my boys, and I love spending time here. I got to come more.
Yeah, we would love to, bro. Like, literally. Like, we got
to do a High and Hungry.
Yeah, we do.
High and Hungry. I got to get my boy Brad Slater.
I'm gonna
the High and Hungry show.
I'm gonna attempt for the 3rd time to try to reach out to Dear Johns, and I'm gonna be like, listen, I got a real estate mogul with me. You know what I mean? Are you
gonna drop my name?
Yeah.
You're
my rapper friend in that world.
I was gonna use your name.
I showed him my name. They were just like the bartender it's the only one that knows you.
Hey, by the way, eating at the bar there is very cool. I love you get the bar there.
You know what's crazy?
It's a cool vibe.
When they told me that, I did come back, and the bartender was the person that knows me. And then when that bartender quit, I shed a tear at that place.
That was it.
Because they took a certain kind of pride, damn it. That is my fucking favorite restaurant. I swear to God, when I do make a couple million at a time, once Netflix or whoever signs us, that's where I'm gonna host my birthday party, and it's gonna be fucking beautiful. We're gonna be the first people to do Nas there. Ray, make sure you follow Ray, morningshotfilms.co, Morning Shot Films podcast, and what is it? Morning Shot Films on Instagram.
What up, Ray?
Sammy, shout outs.
Yo, shout out to everyone that's following. Shout out to Supreme Hydroponics for always getting me high, and shout out to Downey Brown for always doing his thing out there.
Enlightening motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, enlightening motherfuckers.
Good luck in Portland, man. You might not
thank
be
you,
here next time I come.
Yeah,
but we can get him on.
But now, Sammy, that's the thing, bro. Like, I know that here's the thing, Sammy. Like, people usually have relationships, and they're like, as whether friends or whatever, and they're like, oh man, once somebody moves, they don't come see you. Now I have a reason to go to Portland, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to go over there, use your fucking guest room, and I'm saying, yo, I bought a Turk, and then just fucking just having a good time, bro, and just being happy for you being happy, because that's what real friends are supposed to do.
Yeah, facts.
You're gonna love Portland. You're a food connoisseur like you would love
Food and beer, baby. I'm there.
Food, beer, wine. They have the best.
Some of my 2 favorite states in America, bro, is I haven't been to Portland, but that is on my list just off of observation. I do love Vegas for sure, and then I love Denver. I love Colorado. I love Colorado.
Colorado, nice.
I love Colorado.
Hey, what about
what
about the Lakers in Denver game?
I don't. What is?
They lost. They lost again.
They lost by 3.
Tommy, shout outs.
Shout out to everybody that's watching this. Shout out E-Zone. Thank you for having me again. We're right here holding it down. Check me out, holding it down with 3 plates on Instagram. Check out the videos on YouTube, BZZT Official on Instagram.
Hey, can we get a song?
You can't hit me with that.
If he ever breaks your heart.
Come on,
If
Tom.
he ever breaks your heart.
Wonk, wonk.
No. What is it? How's the...
Come on, Tommy. Come on.
Tommy.
Hold on.
If it brings you happiness.
Wonk.
Well, I wish you the best.
Wonk.
Before.
Damn.
Freddie Fender, dog.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tommy does have a voice. One day, Tommy, I hope you really appreciate it, dog.
Fool, I'm telling you.
Tommy punched. I mean, God punched your teeth on the way out, but
reggae song.
We have to hit the old man song.
hey, can you sing the fucking the? They have a reggae version of the fucking Arthur song. When you see someone walking down the street with a different point of view, and then it's like and get along with each other. Yeah, dog, you don't know that song?
You fucking know motherfucking Arthur.
Dog, you don't know that song, fool? This one right here. Here it is. When you walk, come on, Tom.
Yes, Fire Rasta.
Fire Rasta to all them.
Oh, there's a little thermal for the morning. Take that shit to work.
I'm gonna listen to this
motherfucking coffee. I'm gonna start making.
You don't
coffee,
like
dog.
you never like Arthur? And I said, hey, what a wonderful time to play. I gotta do it in the voice. All right, hold on.
What about the motherfucking old
When
man
I
song?
said, hey, what a wonderful time to play, to learn and watch and say,
Yes, Fire.
and sing along with each other.
What about the old man
You got to
song?
listen to your heart, listen to the rhythm, listen to the street, listen to the beat. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You don't know it,
Yeah,
dog.
hit him. The
You
old
don't know
man
shit
song.
about Arthur, bro.
Come on, fool. Nobody fucking.
You know
know
what?
Arthur.
With that being said, flavorsbyezone.com, highandhungry.shop, stop the take, highhungry.shop. Follow me. I got a sale on Whatnot for the resale site. What is it? Flavors by E-Zone. Follow me on there. I got nothing but Disney shit for you guys. I got a cast member discount, even though I'm not a cast member. Shout out to Caesar and all the fucking Disney homies out there making it happen. I get to spread the Disney love for you guys. And in case you guys if you guys hate on Disney, you guys want good quality clothes, buy it, bro. They fucking buy out all the wholesalers before we even get a chance to. So fucking, you want good clothes? Deal with Mickey Mouse on there, bitch, if you want a good raincoat. So fucking buy it on my site. Aside from that, we'll see you guys on Saturday. Highhungry.shop. You get 2 gifts with all the new Gengar shirt. There's baller jars on the side. Believe me, you don't want to miss out. You're getting fucking shrooms. You're getting fucking hella crazy shit in your orders, all right? So see you guys later. Peace out.
Mr. Fire.